coming to you live from Stuart, Florida, the greatest little town in the world. It's the award-winning, critically acclaimed Get Up and Go show on AM 1450 WSTU. You're invited to call the show anytime at 772-220-9788. And now, broadcasting live from the Palatial Studios, here are your hosts, Evan and Bonnie.
Top of the morning to you and yours listening bright and early this morning.
Put up your pants, my man. Pull up those pants.
My pants are up. I don't know what you're talking about.
Pull up your pants. Take off the bra and be a man.
I am a man.
Hey, you look like you could use a friend.
Yeah, well, everybody needs a friend every now and then. You know what they say about things like that. Time now is officially 6:07. Mr. Clock, would you certify?
It's now 6:07 a.m.
Everybody needs a friend, and you need a friend in me is what they say, Bonnie. Good morning to you.
And Toy Story, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Speaking of toys this morning, Evan, there's, do you remember the classic toy phone Fisher-Price made? It looks like a car with a face on it.
I know where you're going. I know where you're going on this one.
Yeah, they came out with this in 1961, and it really has an upgrade now because the newest version can make real phone calls.
That's just ridiculous. I saw it this morning and I was reading that and I'm like, all right, I got to look into this more. So for like $60, you can go to Best Buy and you can buy this thing.
Yeah.
I was tempted to go buy it and give it to little Ashton for Christmas.
Oh, you should give it to him for would it conjure up a phone bill then for mom and dad?
Well,
Any
I
kind
think
of a phone bill.
Here's the thing. This is the kind of phone that plugs into the wall.
It's like a Bluetooth version.
Well, no,
yes.
it's I guess I'm not sure exactly how it works, but who the heck has a home phone anymore?
It looks like
Think about it.
It pairs with your smartphone. So you and your kids can use it to make actual phone calls.
Oh, wow.
So somehow it snaps to the smartphone.
Very cool.
And you're right, $60.
$60.
Fisher-Price is still selling the normal non-Bluetooth kids version for $10.
Oh, maybe I'll just get the non-Bluetooth version for $10 because $60 is an awful lot. Where I could buy 6 of those phones and put them in 6 different places in the house, and then Ashton will have phones everywhere.
Yeah, but you know what? With this new version, Ashton could call you, Grandpa.
Yeah, he could
actually make a phone call to you.
He could. He'd have to put me on speed dial. He'd have to definitely put me on speed dial, without a doubt.
Now, if he called you and you missed the call, would you call him back right away?
Oh, you're damn right I would. Are you kidding? Oh, I'd be on it like stink on poop.
And just think, as he gets older, he could call his cousins.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
aunts and uncles.
Back when I was growing up, all of my cousins lived, I lived way up in northern Wisconsin, and I had so many cousins down in the city by Milwaukee, somewhere as far south as Illinois, from Joliet, Illinois. And I always wished that, I could call them, or I could press a button and boom, they would be right there and we could play.
I kind of miss the old days of having that home phone and not having all this this tech. And I think back to 20, 30 years ago, where would we be without all this tech that we have now? I mean, let's just say if none of this tech was around, what would we do without technology?
Technology was actually bothering me yesterday. You know what's bothering me lately?
Oh, it was bothering me yesterday too. Believe me, and I talked off air about the situation here.
Yeah.
Don't get me started on a rant.
It's like when you lose the internet, you feel like a dinosaur, don't you? And that dinosaur comes up and it's not funny.
No, and it's not. It is not funny when stuff don't happen right around here.
That ping kept going off, that nonsense on my phone yesterday where people are leaving messages. Actually, my other workplace, they like to leave messages a lot here and there. And then I hear that ping go off.
Voicemail? Is it a voicemail ping?
I think it's like a email ping that goes off.
You can turn those notifications off.
Can you?
It's very simple. You just go into your settings and you tell it what to do, and it won't notify you, and your ping will be unpinged. And you'll be good to go.
Thank you for letting me know.
No more pinging.
Or maybe I'll just go into Metro and have them show me how. I got to clear out my phone anyway. Too much technology. I've got too much stuff and garbage.
I could tell you how else you can get rid of the ping. It's real easy. There's a toilet over there.
Throw the phone in the
Just
garbage.
put it in the damn toilet and
You know,
flush.
I do. Gary keeps telling me I do need a new one. I don't think I'm.
Why don't
gonna
you go
get-
to an iPhone?
I'm not going to get like a real upgrade, but I'll probably get a different phone, a
Okay.
new phone pretty soon.
Something with more
Yeah.
more bells and whistles.
I
Just
like
what you
to-
need.
I like to save money. I'm not gonna get a real fancy schmancy iPhone.
Okay.
You know,
That's all right.
I don't even like to be on my phone.
Why don't
to
you
be
get the old
honest.
school flip phone? Then you don't have to worry about nothing.
You could.
All you got to do is just open that bad boy up, press a few numbers, hit that green button, and when you're done to hang up, you just close that bad boy up and you're good to go. My dad used to have one of those.
My dad did too. I remember when my dad had like a big unit, like a walkie-talkie, when the cell phones first came out. And they
Oh
were
my
really
gosh.
old. The thing was like a brick.
It was called the Motorola 8000.
That's exactly what my pops had.
Google Motorola 8000
Okay.
and you will see a picture of that bad boy.
Yeah,
The
I
antenna
remember it.
was like flipping 12 inches long on that thing.
Yeah, he would
It
drive.
was so big.
He would drive his pickup truck too, holding on to that thing that's like a brick. And you're
Mhm.
right, the antenna coming out on
Yeah.
it. He'd have his window open.
I thought I was really cool driving down the road when I got my first mobile phone.
Yeah.
My first mobile phone was mounted in my car. I had a true car phone.
Oh, that's cool. You must have felt like you
Yeah.
were styling.
I
back
did.
then.
I was pimping. Man, it was like expensive and all that stuff. Man, I just thought I was like,
Did you show it off to Rachel like when you first met her?
no,
And
this is
like,
way before. This
look
is
at my groove, girl.
no,
look
this
at
is
look at what I have going on.
we're talking like 1986,
Wow.
87.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was pimping back in the day. I had a car phone. So it was like mounted in my phone. It was a Hawker was the brand name.
Yeah.
So then all of a sudden then mobile phones came out. So I got my first mobile phone and it was the Motorola 8000, otherwise known as the brick. And boy, I thought
Yeah.
I was really cool walking down the sidewalk holding this big old brick up to my head talking on the phone to people.
My dad would have it in the woods, that brick that you're saying,
Yeah.
way up in northern Wisconsin in the
Mhm.
North Woods. And I'm even surprised he got service up there.
Mhm.
Oftentimes when I go up there, even now with mine,
Yeah.
I hit a certain point
Well, it's
in
a dead
northern
spot.
Wisconsin where
Mhm.
I completely lose service.
Yep. Did you find it, by the way?
I did.
Yep.
Oh, wait.
Isn't that pretty cool?
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Brings
I know,
back
'cause
memories.
My dad did used to have one. I've got these old phones in my drawers at home
Mhm.
still that have. I want to get them up and going because I know they have videos of like my old pets,
Yeah.
pets that I used to have,
Mhm.
actual video footage when they were
Mhm.
still alive.
If you have the cables, are they smartphones, by the way, like what you have now? Do they have the screen and everything? Or
yeah,
are they
they had screens involved.
Okay.
Yeah,
So what
they
you
were
can do
higher.
is if you have the cable to connect the phone to your computer, you can connect the phone to your computer and it'll read it as what's like an external hard drive. And then you can pull the video off of your phone and put it on your computer.
Oh, sweet.
And then you can take that phone and just throw it down the street and you're done with
You
it.
can watch it like on a big live screen
Yeah,
on a
yeah,
computer,
exactly.
like a TV
Yep.
in large image.
Mhm,
There was
mhm.
one of my 2 Dalmatians.
Oh,
when
wow. You had Dalmatians?
Yeah,
That was pretty cool.
Lindsay and Dava. One was black spotted, one was brown spotted.
Did you ever play Connect the Dots? It's funny I say that because there was a family I knew from back in the day that they had a Dalmatian and the little boy got a perma marker and he thought it would be funny to connect the
To
dots.
connect them.
Yeah,
Or
so he
maybe add
played
some more.
Yeah, he connected the dots and actually added some dots on this Dalmatian. Boy, were the parents ticked
Oh,
off.
I bet they were.
Yowza, yowza, yowza.
My dogs, though, I got from the Miami Dalmatian Rescue down
Mhm.
south.
Yep.
And, the rescue, I had this one rescue dog. She had blue eyes with
Mhm,
a God-given black mascara around the blue eyes. She
mhm,
was so pretty.
mhm,
And then the spots were like in perfect places.
mhm.
This dog as a puppy had even been, I think it was like on the cover of a magazine
Really?
because it was like a perfect model dog.
Mhm.
Why was it at the rescue with the blue eyes? Because
Right.
she was deaf.
Oh, wow.
And
Okay.
a lot of cases where these dogs, kitty cats too, that have the blue eyes,
Mhm.
many of them tend to be
Oh,
deaf.
wow. Hey, I'm worried about a couple of our listeners because I haven't heard from them in a while.
Oh, yeah.
I'm worried about Jeff.
Our work phones line working
Yeah,
and
they're
operating
working. I'm
here?
worried about Jeff because we haven't heard from Jeff in a while. So I want to make sure I may have to do a
Yeah.
welfare check on Jeff to make sure he's okay.
I don't think our friend, is it Palm City Charlie? I don't
Mhm.
think he's up this early. He doesn't get up as early as Jeff.
I'm not sure.
Usually we hear from him around after 7
I'm not sure.
7 o'clock.
I'll have to
we
go
did.
outside on the roof and put out the bat signal, or should I say the Palm City Charlie signal?
Yeah, send him some smoke
Yeah.
signals.
Cha-cha Charlie is what we call him.
You call him Cha-Cha
Cha-cha
now?
Charlie.
Why did it change?
I don't know. I
You
just call him Palm City Cha-cha Charlie.
Cha-Cha.
I couldn't tell you why. It's a wrestling name. I gave him this wrestling name called Cha-cha Charlie.
Oh, I'm sure he likes it. He's a macho kind of guy,
He
a
is.
Vietnam veteran.
He is.
And of course, we thank Charlie for his services.
So we still have the spaint. Okay.
What were you going to say? The spent? Were you going to say spent?
I know I meant to say paint.
Oh.
And I said spaint. We still have this godforsaken paint smell in my house. So I lit candles again last night. So it's lurking. It's still lurking. It's not as bad as it was 2 days ago. I told you 2 days ago I was like high as a kite in the house. It was really intense.
I'd be wearing a mask,
so
or I open the windows.
Mask doesn't do nothing.
Step outside.
I
go
had
outside
to.
for a while.
I went outside. Yeah, I went outside.
Ooh, I wouldn't want to be breathing that in.
I'll show you well, this is not going to sound right. I was going to say I'll show you the bedroom when you come over later today, but that just doesn't sound right. People are going to get the wrong impression.
Yes, I'm still coming over to pick that desk up.
All right,
I'm
let me rephrase this. I'll show you the room that was painted.
The finished
I'll
product.
show you the finish. That doesn't even sound right. There's just no way to put it that it sounds politically correct or G-rated.
Yeah.
So I'll just show you the walls that got painted. That's all.
Okay,
I'll leave it like
I'll
that.
come inside your sugar walls.
Don't even go there. It just doesn't sound right.
Sheena Easton, man.
I love that song. That was a great song.
Didn't Prince write that song for her?
I'm not
too?
sure.
He probably did. I think he wrote her a couple of songs.
When you said that, I just, for some reason, Sheila E. came to mind. Glamorous Life. The song that went din 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 din.
Oh yeah, she had
Remember
been
that
like
one?
a dancer and
she was with Prince's
part
group.
of his group.
Yeah.
Have you heard of any of his new music that was supposed to be released?
No, I haven't heard anything.
I kind of got excited, like they were supposed to go into some of the vaults of unreleased Prince music.
Yeah.
I wonder if maybe I have to load that sort of thing.
He's a musician that just gone too soon, too early.
Way too early.
Man, he was really talented.
Yeah.
With what he did. My all-time favorite song is Purple Rain.
I
love
know.
that song.
Oh yeah.
Love that song.
Man, that song just puts a tear right in your eye, doesn't it?
Just when he gets into it and he starts playing the lead guitar and it just starts wailing and I'm like, wow, just incredible tune.
That whole album, and when it started with Let's Go Crazy.
Oh, another good song.
Let's Get Nuts and
right.
Dearly Beloved.
When Doves Cry.
Gathered here today to get through this thing called life.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
what was that song called?
Let's Go Crazy.
Is it? Okay. I remember that one. That was one of my all-time favorites too. That was a great tune.
They said the irony of when he was found dead in an elevator was the lyrics in that song where he goes, "We're not going to let the elevator break us down." And that kind of gave people goosebumps a little bit later when he passed and he was in an elevator.
Just absolutely crazy. I want to play this. I just found the video. This is the official video.
Did you see the movie, Purple Rain?
I did.
Yeah.
Dearly beloved,
love this.
We are gathered here today to get through this thing called life.
I just want to get up and dance. It's just like such a great tune. Incredible. All right, so I got to turn it off so we don't get in trouble for playing too much music.
Oh, boy.
I'm only allowed to play so many seconds.
That just kind of takes you back to a certain place, too, doesn't it?
It really does.
We were under the bridge in my hometown. We were underneath, wading in the river waters, kind of like underneath the bridge. And I know we either had a boombox or we were singing it. singing it as we were like wading through the river water.
Yeah. Here's another one. And then we'll go into news. You got me you got me going on the Rolling Stones the other day.
Oh, yeah.
See, now you got me on a Prince kick.
I know.
So look, here's the beginning of Purple Rain. All right. Come on, Prince.
Now you're going to make me want to hear the whole song.
I know. Oh my God. It's like 8 minutes long.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's the long version, right?
Yeah. It's really super, super long. And he's just like standing there on the stage, getting ready to play. All right. Come on, Prince. Do your thing. Everybody's looking at him. Come on. Clear your throat.
I'd like to dedicate this to my father, Francis L.
Here we go.
It's a song the girls in the band wrote.
Very soft spoken.
That was in the movie.
Yeah. It was in the movie Purple Rain. It's just an actual clip from the movie.
Yeah.
Everybody's looking at him like, all right, what the heck's going on? All right, come on.
Everybody was lighting their candles.
Yeah.
Swinging their heads.
Here we go. It's so iconic when you hear the beginning of this.
Oh, yeah.
Man, just love this song. And then he starts singing. I got goosebumps right now. Yeah, that was such a great tune back in the day.
Just some classic.
Man, Bonnie, I got goosebumps right now.
Wow.
Just because of that, just
We
playing
have
that song.
Prince in the room.
Yeah, it felt like he's right here. 6:23 on the Get Up and Go show. It's time for news this morning. Let's go right to the news desk. Bonnie's standing by with the headlines. Good morning, Bonnie.
Good morning, Evan. For the second time in a week, the confessed Parkland school shooter goes before a judge in Broward County today.
Nicholas Cruz is expected to plead guilty to all counts of murder and attempted murder in association with the Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High massacre back on February 14th, 2018. Legal analyst Mark Eiglar says it's all about procedure.
The judge will have to make another finding that he's alert and incompetent and that he can proceed to give up his rights.
Last Friday, Judge Elizabeth Scherer accepted Cruz's guilty plea to attacking a jail guard months after the Parkland tragedy, but did not sentence him. She has set aside 15 days to select jurors who will determine if Cruz will face the death penalty or spend the rest of his life behind bars. Erica Rodriguez, Miami.
The family of the late Mia Marcano is suing the Orange County apartment complex where she lived and worked for negligence. Their lawyer says Arden Villas gave a maintenance man the unfettered access he needed to kill Mia. A local organic farm in Martin County is under investigation by the Army Corps of Engineers over claims that activity at the farm disturbed wetlands and contaminated federal waterways. WPTV's Megan McRoberts with the story.
On a 30-acre Palm City property, owner Ben Sharfy has brought a passion project to life.
That would provide clean, quality food and animals that needed home and created this beautiful creation.
More than 70 species of animals live here and graze here in the mix of an organic food farm.
There's absolutely zero chemical.
But the Army Corps this week is also on site, spending hours over 5 days looking into an anonymous complaint that work done around wetlands on the property violated federal laws. But Sharfy and his attorneys say they're here with nothing supporting that allegation.
I don't know what they're doing here, short of it's a witch hunt.
The piece of the property in question is about 3 acres of wetlands behind me, which the Army Corps of Engineers says violates the Clean Water Act, claiming that the owner here modified the wetlands in a way that would potentially contaminate a federal waterway, Bessie Creek, nearby. In a complaint, the Army Corps attaching pictures of heavy machinery doing work which they say disturbed the wetlands. But Sharfy says the work was done to remove harmful invasive plants or plant more native trees and that the wetlands were not disturbed. Martin County and the South Florida Water Management District have supported his efforts here.
We planted over 2,000 trees for shade, and we did a lot of beautiful, wonderful things for the nature.
But the complaint claims work here might have contaminated Bessie Creek, though it's several miles away, then flows into the C-23 canal to the St. Lucie River. Sharfy and his attorney also challenged whether the Corps has jurisdiction to be on his property.
Imagine somebody came to your house with no warrant, no probable cause, and got a judge to say that he is allowed to come to your house where you live for as many days as they like to search and dig holes and to find something that they can bring incriminating charges against you.
The Army Corps could not comment because of ongoing litigation. Megan McRoberts, WPTV.
A new push to showcase African American history and culture in Florida. Facilities in the state of Florida can start applying for cultural and historical grants. Application submissions will be open until November 30 at 5 p.m. The program has a budget of $30 million. Priority will go to projects that encourage the design and construction of a new facility or the renovation of a facility in an area with cultural significance. To find out more, log on to dos.myflorida.com. Martin County educators support staff could receive $1,000 bonuses soon. Here's WPTV's Derek Lowe.
Bonus money for Martin County educators, staff members, and administrators could soon become a reality.
It's the right thing to do. You don't exclude people. You don't exclude people in a year when it was the worst year we've ever had.
On Tuesday, school board members finalized their request to the state for more than $7 million in pandemic relief funds. If approved, more than $1.7 million could go to educators left out of the first round of bonuses back on May 26th. Exclusively for teachers and principals given by the governor.
We represent media specialists, the deans, guidance counselors, support facilitators, and reading and math coaches. I don't think I left anybody out. Apparently, they're not essential enough.
Food service workers, bus drivers, custodians, and other support staff could also receive the bonuses if approved.
We want to take care of not just one group, but all of our employees. The governor's money went to just teachers. So basically, this would be everyone else in the district, all employees that would not be that original set of teachers.
School Superintendent Dr. John Millay says other requests in the plan include protective equipment, extra computers, and summer school reimbursement.
All districts have decided to do different things.
He says the state could take up to 30 days to approve the request, and if finalized, negotiations between the district and the unions will begin right away. In Martin County, I'm Derek Lowe, WPTV. News Channel 5.
Lastly, Taco Bell handing out free toasted breakfast burritos tomorrow morning from 7 to 11 a.m. at Taco Bell's nationwide. You don't have to order anything else to get one, but you do have to show up in person. They're not doing deliveries. They launched their first breakfast items back in 2014, but paused breakfast during the pandemic. Now it's back at about 90% of their locations. The Houston Astros exploded with 7 runs in the top of the 9th to defeat the Boston Red Sox 9-2 in Game 4 of the American League Championship Series. That series is all tied up 2 games apiece. Game 5 is tomorrow night in Boston at 5:05. And the LA Dodgers beat the Atlanta Braves in Game 3 of the NLCS. The Braves lead that series 2-1. News time 6:29. We'll have weather and traffic together next.
.30 right now on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather together. Let's have a look outside first thing this morning. Bonnie, what's going on?
Yes, Evan, and during these early morning hours too, the roads are fine. We're looking at a good ride. I did witness something this morning heading northbound on US 1 right at Port St. Lucie Boulevard. So you're going northbound on US 1. The left lanes in that area were blocked with some police activity out that way, so you might see a little bit of a slowdown in that area this morning. If you see something, say something, let us know. 220-9788, 220-WSTU. It's 74 in Port St. Lucie, and in Puebla, Mexico, a partly cloudy 56. Here's our weather at WPTV.
Your WPTV First Alert forecast calls for temperatures this morning in the low 70s and some upper 60s under partly cloudy skies. This afternoon, highs in the mid 80s, mostly sunny skies, low humidity, and breezy winds out of the east-northeast. Tomorrow, a copy and paste forecast, pleasant weather with highs in the mid 80s, breezy with plenty of sunshine, and a slim chance for an isolated shower. Thursday, moisture increases a little and some showers will be possible. Highs in the mid 80s with a little bit more humidity. By the end of the work week, scattered showers and storms return to the forecast, highs in the mid 80s. I'm WPTV First Alert meteorologist Katya Hall on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
Let's get back to the Get Up and Go show. Here's Evan and Bonnie.
6:34, the Get Up and Go show on the line. Is joining us right now is our good friend Jeff, who we haven't heard from in forever and a day. We didn't even know if he was even alive and breathing out there. I hope so.
I took an observation here this morning. If
All right.
I get on the road, I drive from Port St. Lucie Boulevard all the way to Map Road every morning. If I get passing by your radio studio, probably about 6:18 or so, there's nobody out here. But if I accidentally get 6:30-ish, like right at that, it's like bang, there's a whole world of people out here. You know, it's amazing.
Did you just say Map Road and Port St. Lucie
Yeah,
Boulevard?
Map Road and Port St. Lucie Boulevard?
Are you sure
So
you're
I
not?
go from Port St. Lucie Boulevard out to Palm City and Map Road.
Oh, okay. Okay, so you took the back way that goes
I
around.
go straight down US 1. I sneak behind the Dunkin' Donuts. Sometimes I stop, sometimes I don't. And I hit the bridge there. I go over the bridge and boom, hit that first light, make a left, go down that street, and I'm there.
I think you're talking about Martin Downs Boulevard and Map Road.
Huh?
I think you're talking about Martin Downs Boulevard and Map Road. That's Palm City.
That's too far south. I go the first one.
Okay.
Behind the Publix, when you drive behind the Publix,
Okay.
you know, I'm here right now.
All right. No problem. Pick up some bagels for us, please. Okay.
That I appreciate.
We're hungry. We're hungry. Anyway, how you been? Everything good?
Everything's fine.
All right.
You know, just hopping along, singing the song.
All right. Just make sure you're
You know, I
kicking.
heard
That's all.
something that really amazed me the other day, and it's really a cool idea. You know how sometimes you get upset with me if I get off on a tangent or something like that. And I sort of like.
I'll just hang up on you.
Well, no, but you know what I mean. You
Yeah.
know what I mean. I don't mean to do it on purpose,
No.
but I accidentally do it. But
It's all right. We have 3 hours.
This Let's Go Brandon thing's pretty cool.
What's pretty cool?
Let's Go Brandon.
Let's go, Brandon.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, what are you
Jeff?
talking about? You've just done completely discombobulated
You don't know
us.
about Let's Go Brandon?
No.
So this reporter was at a race in somewhere. I don't know. I didn't catch that. And the crowd was chanting behind her when she was interviewing the guy that just won the race. It was really loud. And the driver looked at her and says, "What are they chanting?"
Oh, okay. Yes.
Got back real quick with,
Yes. Don't
go,
even.
Brandon.
Yeah. Don't even. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I saw the
And
video.
I'm sitting
Now,
there going like,
yeah.
that's pretty cool. That you could almost transform something like that.
I got you. I got you.
Statement.
I gotcha. Well, listen, man, you have a fantabulous morning. We got to run. We got to get to some stuff we got to do. And
Take care. Have a great day. It's a beautiful morning out here. Miss you guys. Talk to you later.
all right, talk to you later. Bye-bye now. So let me see. Where are we at? 6:37. Let's get some viral videos. I'm still lost. Map Road and Port St. Lucie Boulevard.
Yeah, and I
I'm
think with that,
lost.
when he was getting political, some kind of a hip hop song on iTunes,
Yeah.
Inspired by an anti-Biden meme.
Yeah.
Which I'll admit I didn't see. I don't know why I didn't.
I saw it
see
this morning. It's
yeah.
kind of buried in the show prep.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw it. It's in there. Anyway, I got a couple of viral videos this morning. First one is it's called the Squid Game alarm clock. Somebody made a Squid Game alarm clock and posted a clip of it in action. It's a mini version of the animatronic pigtail doll and red light, green light game. So what happens is
this little doll kind of wakes you up in the morning.
Yeah, if you miss the alarm, the doll's neck stretches and
cute.
opens up, and she turns towards the bed and fires a dart.
I
at
want
your
one
head.
of these.
Okay, so here we go. Listen. There she is turning, and she shot the dart, and it hit the guy right in the back of the head.
It almost
That
looks
is
kind of evil.
awesome. I need to get that for Rachel.
Yeah. They could have one too for like Valentine's Day with a Cupid wake up
Yeah.
alarm and the Cupid bringing back the bow and arrow, and it would be a dart.
I need
straight
to
at your
get that
head.
for Rachel because Rachel is constantly hitting snooze on the alarm.
Does she? Is
Yeah.
she one of those?
She just like
over and over and over again.
Yes, she snoozed until 7:30 the
But
other
it
morning.
doesn't wake you up because you're already gone.
I'm gone.
It shouldn't bother you then.
And see, my alarm, this is the crazy part. My alarm, 3 out of 3/4 of the time during the week, my alarm never goes off in the bedroom because I just naturally wake up at that time to get ready for work.
I'm just like you are.
Yeah.
It's like, wait a minute now. No, Gary did hear my alarm go off this morning.
But you
I
know
was
what
in a
my
deep
alarm
sleep
sounds
for
like.
once.
I've played it for you before.
Yeah, it's terrifying. It's
that-
intense and it
it's
hurts
that-
your ears.
It's that really loud. Let me
Yeah.
find it real quick.
We don't need to hear it.
Oh no, I
mean,
want to play it for you. Oh yeah,
it's not the alarm clock that I would choose.
I want to
Never.
play it for you, just because I want you to experience that sound.
No wonder why you wake up before that, because you just don't want to hear that.
No, here we go. Could you imagine waking up to that every morning? That's intense.
I wouldn't want to wake up to that every morning.
That's
no way.
intense.
I like waking up to something light, something light and airy.
Oh,
which I don't need like a loud buzzer noise
Mhm.
to wake me up in the morning.
Gotcha.
But I was like in an intense dream, in a nice intense dream when my alarm went off this morning.
Really?
I keep having this reoccurring one.
And then
Evan.
you woke up and reality set.
I mean, it's probably a good thing.
Do you think you were flying?
No, I have this reoccurring dream that I go to this sort of park.
Mhm.
Only in this one, I was telling somebody about it.
Okay.
It's reoccurring where I do something really crazy with these other people. It includes like jumping off of a really high cliff.
Oh wow.
And when I'm saying high, I'm saying like a mile or two high, and you're
Wow.
just jumping.
Yeah, that's a dream, all right.
And
That's
then
for sure.
you're ending below in like this sort of water.
Did
but
you land okay?
It's like an amusement park that I go to when I'm doing this, though. So it's
Okay.
and I've always come out
Okay.
all right.
Well,
but
I hope
just
so.
in
You're
my-
here.
Just in my dream, like early this morning, I was telling somebody about my adventure of when I went to that park.
Bonnie, why don't you lay down on my couch? Let me talk to you.
Do you ever have any reoccurring ones, though?
The only dreams that I have that I can recollect, and I've had these for years and years, is that I can fly.
And
I
that's-
can fly.
That's always a good dream to have.
I can just flap my arms
Yeah.
and I fly and I land perfect.
Do you ever wake up and your arms are flapping away?
No.
Like you're like
No.
like a dog does
No.
when
No.
you ever see a dog laying there
No.
and the legs
No.
start
But it's
going
just
like
a
it's
really
running.
cool dream to
Yeah.
have. But anyway, I don't want to get into that stuff because then I'll wind up having a nightmare.
Dreams are cool though.
They are.
I
They
love
are.
having dreams.
Hey, remember the song by Michael Jackson called Thriller? And you had Vincent Price in there.
How could you forget?
At the
And
very end, and that evil laugh.
It's like the #1 song this time of year.
Yeah. Well, I came across a video of Vincent Price, who was a guest on The Late Show starring Joan Rivers way back in 1987. And Joan asked him to do that monologue live on the show
Mhm.
that he does in the song Thriller. So here's a video of that. Here's the audio.
Darkness falls across the land. The midnight hour is close at hand. Creatures crawl in search of blood to terrorize your neighborhood. And whosoever shall be found without the soul for getting down must stand and face the hounds of hell and rot inside a corpse's shell. The foulest stench is in the air, the funk of 40,000 years. And grizzled ghouls from every tomb are closing in to seal your doom. And though you fight to stay alive, your body starts to
I wonder if he'll
shiver.
do the laugh.
For no mere mortal can resist.
I know, I'm waiting for the laugh. I hope he does it. I hope he does it. That was so cool. He did that live on Joan Rivers' show back in 1987.
Yeah, he did that very good live too, don't you think? I
That
think
laugh
he did
is
a nice job.
That laugh is like
It sounds like it's on the album.
I know.
The laugh that he did at the end sounds
Yeah.
like that album laugh, of course.
That was really cool.
I remember Vincent Price, he was in an episode 2 of The Brady Bunch, one of those iconic episodes where they're in Hawaii.
Really?
And the Brady boys go in that like a lost cave and they find this little trinket that's supposedly full of witchcraft.
Oh, wow.
And then when they take it, all these bad things start to happen. Like
No
there's like
kidding.
a big tarantula shows up in Greg's bed.
Wow.
And then they have to they decide they have to take the trinket back in, and they run into Vincent Price, who owns
Very
the cave.
Interesting.
And then I think Vincent Price holds them hostage too for a while.
Wow.
Until the girls come and save them.
Wow. Okay. Very interesting.
They send Alice in to duke them out. No, I
Alice the maid.
I don't remember that happening, but
God,
she probably could duke them out.
Probably. She was one tough cookie,
She
you know.
was. She was tough.
She took no bull from nobody.
Yeah, and didn't she date Sam the butcher?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She could probably outstrong Sam.
I'm sure she could. I'm sure she could. 6:45 right now on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for news, all brought to you by St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. For the best deals in town on precious metals, it's always St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. Bonnie is standing by with the morning headlines. Good morning, Bonnie.
Good morning, Evan. Martin County educators support staff could receive $1,000 bonuses soon. WPTV's Derek Lowe has more.
Bonus money for Martin County educators, staff members, and administrators could soon become a reality.
It's the right thing to do. You don't exclude people. You don't exclude people in a year when it was the worst year we've ever had.
On Tuesday, school board members finalized their request to the state for more than $7 million in pandemic relief funds. If approved, more than $1.7 million could go to educators left out of the first round of bonuses back on May 26th. exclusively for teachers and principals, given by the governor.
We represent media specialists, the deans, guidance counselors, support facilitators, and reading and math coaches. I don't think I left anybody out. Apparently, they're not essential enough.
Food service workers, bus drivers, custodians, and other support staff could also receive the bonuses if approved.
We want to take care of not just one group, but all of our employees. The governor's money went to just teachers. So basically, this would be everyone else in the district, all employees that would not be that original set of teachers.
School Superintendent Dr. John Millay says other requests in the plan include protective equipment, extra computers, and summer school reimbursement.
All districts have decided to do different things.
He says the state could take up to 30 days to approve the request, and if finalized, negotiations between the district and the unions will begin right away. In Martin County, I'm Derek Lowe, WPTV, News Channel 5.
Governor Ron DeSantis is encouraging cargo ships to make their way to Florida to avoid shipping issues ahead of the holiday season.
If it's because ships are sitting off the coast somewhere else and they can be rerouted here and we can get all those shelves stocked, then we want to be a part of that solution.
DeSantis says that unlike other states, Florida ports run 24 hours a day, unlike some other states. He says Port Everglades and Jacksport are already seeing companies adjust their shipping routes to offload in Florida. A Central Florida defense attorney who briefly represented George Zimmerman in the Trayvon Martin case is accused of witness tampering in a juvenile rape case. Osceola County Sheriff Marcos Lopez says Hal Ureg was arrested Monday and charged with solicitation to commit perjury and witness tampering. Lopez represents a man accused of raping a child when she was 9. The sheriff says the lawyer arranged a meeting with his client, the victim, and her father, where he asked the father to write a letter stating the rape never happened. The sheriff says the lawyer also told the man to avoid being served with a subpoena and lie during a deposition. The point of the meeting was to keep the rapist from going to jail, Lopez said during the news conference, the Associated Press reported. A county building at Witham Field Airport could undergo a $1.4 million renovation and be transformed into a learning center for trade skills. The facility would be known as the REACH Center, which stands for Reimagining Education and Career Help, and offer classes focused on the industrial sector, said George Stokas, Assistant County Administrator. The County Commission approved the concept on Tuesday. Skills and certifications offered through the center could, for example, help fill jobs in the aviation and marine industries, according to Stokas. Amazon is planning to hire 150,000 seasonal employees in 6 states, including Florida. Officials say they hope the hiring boom will counter an expected surge in holiday demand. Travel analysts are warning Floridians to book holiday vacation plans soon. AAA is reporting that 48% of residents book their holiday trips by the end of October. And lastly, someone bought a decorative vase at a thrift store in the Pacific Northwest for $5. Now it's up for auction and expected to sell for up to $15,000. Turns out it was made by a famous glass worker in Austria and dates back to 1902. The Milwaukee Bucks handed out their championship rings and unveiled the banner for the franchise's first championship in 50 years ahead of Tuesday night's season opening 127-104 win over the Brooklyn Nets. Milwaukee did it, Bucks forward Chris Middleton said to the crowd at Pfizer Forum during the pregame ceremony. We finally did it. The NBA had not started a season with a banner-raising ceremony on opening night in 2 years, with fans still not allowed at the Staples Center at the start of last season because of the COVID-19 pandemic. The Los Angeles Lakers waited until May to unveil their banner. 6:50 is our news time. We'll have weather and traffic together next.
52 right now, the time on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather together. Bonnie, how's it looking outside?
It's looking really good. We're not finding any accidents, and that's always a good thing as you're heading out. You got to get there by 7:30. You should arrive on time. We're not finding any tie-ups, no slowdowns, and that's your latest look at traffic. Stuart, now we have 77, and in Ozark, Missouri, it's 53 degrees. Here's our weather from WPTV.
Your WPTV First Alert forecast calls for temperatures this morning in the low 70s and some upper 60s under partly cloudy skies. This afternoon, highs in the mid 80s, mostly sunny skies, low humidity, and breezy winds out of the east-northeast. Tomorrow, a copy and paste forecast, pleasant weather with highs in the mid 80s, breezy with plenty of sunshine, and a slim chance for an isolated shower. Thursday, moisture increases a little and some showers will be possible. Highs in the mid 80s with a little bit more humidity. By the end of the work week, scattered showers and storms return to the forecast, highs in the mid 80s.
I'm WPTV First Alert meteorologist Katya Hall on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
Do you have a suggestion for the show? Send us an email, WSTUmorningshow@gmail.com. And now let's get back to the Get Up and Go show. Here's Evan and Bonnie.
There's a Gatorade shortage and prices are going up. Just a note to football players on the sidelines after a big game thinking about drenching your coach with a giant cooler filled with Gatorade. Why not hand them a suitcase full of cash instead? Same thing.
Gatorade shortage, huh? Wow. That's unheard of. I don't know if that's possible.
I guess anything's possible. And I went out to get some toilet paper yesterday, and
Did you?
my better
Shortage?
half was wondering if there was a shortage of that too.
Okay.
No, I didn't see it.
No.
There was toilet paper
Plenty.
everywhere.
Plenty of toilet paper, plenty of paper towels.
Good and plentiful. I'm sure there's a lot of Gatorade out on the shelves too.
I hope so. I really hope so.
You ever go to a store, you go to Walmart or something, and there's so much product.
Now,
we have so much
all right,
product.
so I got to beg to differ on that one.
Yeah.
I went to the store on a Sunday.
Okay.
And I couldn't find things that I normally buy.
Oh, really?
The shelves were bare.
Wow.
Like my little bottles of orange juice.
I haven't come across that yet.
I cannot find those. They're like scarce. You can't find them like anywhere.
What kind of bottle?
It's Tropicana.
Tropicana.
The bottles are about this big, and they say no pulp
Okay.
on them. And they're like $1, $1.50 each. And I usually stock up when I see them.
Couldn't find them. Huh?
No, and the cartons, the little cardboard cartons as well with the little sippy straw that goes in. Can't find those anywhere either.
Oh, man.
If you know it, folks, if you're listening and you can help me out, please call me, 220-9788. Let me know. If you see these out there, I'll gladly pay you and just buy me like 20 of them. Anyway, we're going to take a short pause for the cause. We're WSTU Stewart, Martin County's Heritage Station. We'll be back right after the news.
Coming to you live from Stuart, Florida, the greatest little town in the world, it's the award-winning, critically acclaimed Get Up and Go show on AM 1450 WSTU. You're invited to call the show anytime at 772-220-9788. And now, broadcasting live from their palatial studios, here are your hosts, Evan and Bonnie.
Oh, thank you very much, Madam Announcer. It is a Wednesday, October the 20th.
Who comes up with this stuff?
Well, Bonnie does.
Can I ask how many people are listening right now?
Listening, we have 10,153 and 1/2 listening.
Thank you so much for being here with us.
That's right. Thank you so much for being here with us this morning. It's 7:07. Mr. Clock, would you certify the time?
It's now 7:07 a.m.
That's right. And as Brian Williams said,
Thank you so much for being here with us.
that's right. Thank you so much for being here with us. Right, Bonnie?
I guess so.
That's right.
Going back a way there with Brian Williams.
That's right.
Thank you so much for being here with us.
That's right. Thank you so much for being here with us. We greatly appreciate it. It's coming up on 7:08, and of course, it's one of our favorite segments. It's where we get to wish you and yours a happy birthday. Time for birthdays, anniversaries, and back in the day. And Bonnie, we always start with you first, as always.
Yeah, I know an old classmate of mine, Jennifer R. is celebrating a birthday in October.
Jennifer R.
So-
Not S or V, but Jennifer R.
Yep, so I will say happy birthday to her.
She married to a pirate? Is that why she goes, R? Get it? R?
I haven't really seen any pirates in her life.
Okay.
But
All right. Very good. Anybody else? Any of your friends, family, relatives,
No.
dogs, cats, mice,
Not
cockroaches?
that I can think of.
No?
No.
All right. I want to wish my pet cockroach a happy birthday.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Your pet cockroach is a scorpion
Yeah.
then?
He's a Ralphie. Call him Ralphie the Roach.
Oh, yeah.
Ralphie the Roach is 3 years old today. Happy birthday,
I
Ralphie.
never knew anybody that had a pet cockroach.
Yeah, I got a pet cockroach at home. I'll
That's-
show him to you later when you come
It's
over.
just not right.
He's hiding in the closet in the bedroom. I
Just-
wonder if the dead lizard that was out here. Remember, I showed it to you
Oh,
yesterday.
yeah, it's gone. I
It's
noticed.
gone. You know who picked it up? Iggy. Iggy picked
did
it
he
up.
really?
Yeah, he was here yesterday,
Okay.
and he saw it, so he picked it up with a tissue and he flushed it away.
Somebody had to pick it up because,
Yeah,
you know,
I wasn't
just,
touching that damn thing.
and I kept forgetting to do it. I kept
Yeah.
kind of like walking
Just walked
past
right
that
over
thing
it.
and poor little lizard.
He was belly up.
Yep, he got in here and somehow he lost his life.
Yeah.
So
Belly up. He didn't like it.
we don't even have a cat in the building.
No, maybe
And-
the lizard committed suicide because he was lonely.
I don't know.
Who knows?
Maybe he didn't have anything to eat and he got
Yeah.
locked in here.
There you
That's
go.
what usually happens.
Candace Swainpole is 33. That's the Victoria's Secret angel. John Krasinski is 42. That's Jim on The Office. Mr. Forshizzle, Mr. 420 himself, 50 years old today. The one and only Snoop Dogg.
Can't even believe that he's 50, right?
I know.
But lately I think I have been looking at pictures of him, and I'll admit he has been looking a little more maybe grizzly and a little more older.
I think he's 60, if
Then-
you ask me.
Do you really?
I
You
do.
think he's like
I think he's lying about his age.
got that decade lie
Yeah.
thing going on?
I think he can't come to reality. I think he's older than 50.
I'm not too sure because didn't he come around when all of those rappers were getting like really hot? And I see other rappers having birthdays lately that are also turning like 50 or
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
in their early 50s.
I think they're all claiming to be 50 is what it is. Member of the Nifty 50 Club.
Maybe they're just kind of lying about their ages.
Yeah.
But can you believe Snoop Dogg is like 6'4"?
Yeah, he's lanky. Tall and lanky.
Yeah, and I knew he was lanky, but I never knew he was so tall.
Yeah.
Like at
That and
6'4",
Smokes a ton of 420. A ton of that stuff.
and that gets him even higher, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
literally. No pun
Literally.
intended. Jim Westbrook from Little Big Town is 50 years old today. There's another 50.
That's a great. I like that
The
country
band?
music
Yeah.
group.
Yeah, good band.
Yeah, they
good
are.
stuff. Good stuff. William Zabka is 56. That's Johnny Lawrence in The Karate Kid and Cobra Kai. Viggo Mortensen is 63. That's Aragorn in The Lord of the Rings.
Good. He's a good actor.
Good friend of mine, actually. His birthday is actually next. He's a former New York Mets All-Star, now part of the broadcast team with SNY. Keith Hernandez is 68 years old today. Used to
Oh.
play with the New York Mets.
I was going to guess 65.
Mm-hmm. I see him every year at spring training. We hang out a
Yeah.
little bit and we chat and shoot the garb. And
Oh, that's awesome.
super nice guy.
Yep.
He literally sits in the booth right next to me.
Where does he stay when he comes to town?
They
Do you know?
usually stay in a hotel. They get hotel rooms.
You know,
They're only here for the month of March.
You know, when these players come to town like they do, that would
Mhm.
be a good reason to start your own Airbnb.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because, when you think where we're living here,
Mhm.
if you got these people coming from New York and New
Mhm.
Jersey and famous baseball players,
Yep.
meeting places,
Mhm.
I've always thought about, turning our home into one.
I could rent my house out and make buku bucks
Yeah.
in the month of March
Yeah.
from a major league ball player if I wanted to.
Right.
Wow,
Right.
could I make some money?
You kind of got to make a little plan for it. I
Yeah.
read up on the Airbnb how you kind of really got to get that house ready and
Yeah, but then you take
get
the
all
responsibility if somebody trashes your place or something breaks or it's that's a chance you got to take.
I think you got to get insurance for that. Get
Yeah.
a little bit of insurance involved too, like if you want to
Mhm.
start your own business like that.
Yep.
But yeah, you got to set it up with all the accommodations, kind of like they would be walking into a hotel room almost with
Exactly.
everything ready.
Exactly. Celebrating a birthday in the heavens, the one and only Tom Petty. Tom Petty, classic rocker.
Yeah, I was so sad when he
Yeah.
passed.
Passed away in 2017, Bonnie.
I think he was like 67, if I'm not
50,
mistaken.
60, let me see here. He was
67
born in
years old.
19, he was born, 67. You hit the nail on the head. He was born in
Yeah.
1950. Also, the legendary Mickey Mantle passed away in 1995. He is celebrating a birthday today as well. Wow. Man, can't believe Mickey's been gone that long.
That long, right?
Yeah.
Like when you said 95,
Yeah.
I thought he passed like in 2000 or in the
no,
early
he's been gone.
2000s.
He's been gone for a long time.
Yeah.
26 years, I think it is. Yeah, 26 years. Wore number 7 with the New York Yankees. Today is World Osteoporosis Day. Bone health is so important at any age, so it's important to spread the word and make sure and get your bones checked for World Osteoporosis Day.
Mom and Grandma always used to tell me to sit up straight
Mhm.
and drink my milk.
Yep. Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Milk is good for
Milk does the
bones
body
and
good.
Bone growth.
Calcium.
Calcium, yeah.
Calcium, yes, it does.
Yeah, and I think Grandma too used to take her calcium pills.
Mhm.
Yes.
Today is National Day of Unity Day. It's the signature event of National Bullying Prevention Month. Way too much bullying going on. That's why they call this National Unity today, so everybody can come together.
And different forms of bullying now too, with the
Yeah.
cyberbullying.
Oh, yeah.
Not
Yeah.
just that big creep in school that wanted to
Mhm.
pound fist in you and take your money. Now it's all
Yeah.
psychological and
Mhm.
baloney and all that garb.
Did I ever tell you that Gavin was bullied?
Yeah, you
Gavin
did.
was bullied in high school in 9th and 10th grade.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah, it
I
was. It
think.
was very emotional
It's
for
really
him.
bad.
But he overcame and he conquered, and he's such a better person.
How did he overcome that? What did he have to do?
Just we sought help for him, and it just
did you get parents involved or anything?
Oh,
Like,
yeah. We did. We went the right path. We did it the right way.
Uh-huh.
And we got him some professional help as well. He got teased a lot because of his size and because he was always extremely very, very thin, very skinny.
Yeah,
And he
yeah.
would get teased a lot about that all the time.
Yeah, I
But,
hate bullying.
yeah.
Man, there's nothing that I really hate more.
Mhm.
And I even, as a young girl, even got bullied in my school somehow.
Did you really?
Yeah, but I was an athlete,
Yeah.
and my mom wanted to go to the school one time and
Mhm.
take care of it.
Yeah.
I'm like, don't even do that, Mom.
Yeah.
None of these girls are going to actually walk up to me and try to start anything physical with me. But it was like a mental thing where I got nasty notes
Mhm.
in my locker, and
Mhm.
they called themselves the Secret Society and wanting to kill me.
Oh, geez.
That
Yeah,
bad.
that's
yeah.
not cool. That's
but
not cool.
not cool at all.
No, not
No.
at all. Today is National Hagfish Day. National Hagfish Day.
What's a hag? What the
Well,
heck is a hagfish?
Hagfish Day is observed on the 3rd Wednesday in the month of October every single year, falling on October 20th. this year. It is a day to celebrate the existence and importance of the hagfish.
I've never heard
the
of one.
squiggly, slimy fish species. Although it is often considered the ugliest fish species,
Ooh, it is. This is creepy.
it plays a virtual role in the overall ecosystem and equilibrium within marine life.
Oh, and you know what? I wonder, do these come in freshwater lakes?
I'm not sure.
Because if I'm not mistaken, I might have seen one when I was swimming in Rhinelander, Wisconsin.
Yeah, I got a picture of them over here.
It had a head like that.
Yeah.
I don't think
Yeah.
the body was kind of long. Like this one looks really thick and
They look like little worms. They look like little worms.
Looks like a fat kind of a snake almost. Wormy snake.
Yeah, kind of gross looking.
It is an ugly thing. But I was swimming underwater in this lake over in Rhinelander, Wisconsin. One year I rented a cabin on the lake. And
Really?
I took full advantage, but I was swimming.
Okay.
And in the water, I saw this sort of ugly thing. Oh, I was
Ooh,
panicked. I was
that
really
would freak
freaked
me
out.
Today is also a National Information Overload Day. So put away those devices, except the one that you use to read this. Obviously, yeah, my device is my laptop. So it's Information Overload Day. It's also International Chef's Day. So make sure and if you see a chef, thank them for what they do. It's International Sloth Day. Those sloths are so adorable.
They're kind of cool looking, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are.
Once in a while, if I go to like a wildlife park, I'll see one of those. They'll have a sloth out there. I think I might have seen one at Lion Country Safari the last time we went.
It's also Miss America Rose Day. Miss America Rose Day.
Rose Day.
Yes, they say to treat yourself as delicately as you treat roses this Miss America Rose Day.
Oh.
It's National Brandied Fruit Day. Get ready to dig in as we celebrate National Brandied Fruit.
That just doesn't sound that good.
Brandied fruit?
That sounds.
I guess maybe it's fruit made of brandy.
I don't know. It sounds as good as fruit cake to me.
Now, this
Just
next
doesn't-
day, I like this next one, Bonnie.
Yeah.
It's National Medical Assistance Day. A great time to explore the important, fast-growing career. Medical assistants are really super important because they play a huge part in a medical office.
Are they assistants to medical people?
Yes,
Or
they
yeah?
are. Yep, they're the ones that keep things in line.
Yeah, they're very important. Yep, you're right. The vein, they're the veins through the blood through the veins.
There you go.
Of keeping things moving.
When I read this next one, I think of our good friend Joe Catcherbone over at the Chamber. It's Support Your Local Chamber of Commerce Day. So what a better day than to give Joe Catcherbone a call over at the Stewart Palm City Chamber of Commerce and sign your business up.
Yeah.
Right?
Just like do that today.
And Joe will be here tomorrow along with the Morning Joe as well.
Oh yeah, we're
That's
going to
gonna be
have
a lot of
all the
fun.
kids coming in, and
Yep.
they come in on that Zoom with us,
Definitely so.
telling us we learn about new businesses too, which is really cool.
Which is really super cool. We get to meet a lot of people in the Morning Joe that we do, so
Yeah.
it'll definitely be a lot of fun. 7:20 is the time right now. Time for news. Without further ado, we're going to head on over to the news desk. Bonnie standing by with the morning headlines. Good morning, Bonnie.
Good morning to you, Evan. The confessed Parkland shooter is expected to plead guilty today on all counts of murder and attempted murder. Like last Friday, Nicholas Cruz will be asked to step up to face Judge Elizabeth Schur's questions.
Do you suffer from any physical or mental illness?
I was told in the past, but I don't believe I have any issues.
After today, a jury will be seated to determine whether Cruz should face life or death for the attacks at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High back in 2018. A local organic farm in Martin County is under investigation by the Army Corps of Engineers over claims that activity at the farm disturbed wetlands and contaminated federal waterways. WPTV's Megan McRoberts with the story.
On a 30-acre Palm City property, owner Ben Sharfy has brought a passion project to life.
We provide clean, quality food and animals that needed home and created this beautiful creation.
More than 70 species of animals live here and graze here in the mix of an organic food farm.
There's absolutely zero zero chemical.
But the Army Corps this week is also on site, spending hours over 5 days looking into an anonymous complaint that work done around wetlands on the property violated federal laws. But Sharfy and his attorneys say they're here with nothing supporting that allegation.
I don't know what they're doing here, short of it's a witch hunt.
The piece of the property in question is about 3 acres of wetlands behind me, which the Army Corps of Engineers says violates the Clean Water Act, claiming that the owner here modified the wetlands in a way that would potentially contaminate a federal waterway, Bessie Creek, nearby. In a complaint, the Army Corps attaching pictures of heavy machinery doing work which they say disturbed the wetlands. But Sharfy says the work was done to remove harmful invasive plants or plant more native trees, and that the wetland Martin County and the South Florida Water Management District have supported his efforts here.
We planted over 2,000 trees for shade, and we did a lot of beautiful, wonderful things for the nature.
But the complaint claims work here might have contaminated Bessie Creek, though it's several miles away, then flows into the C-23 canal to the St. Lucie River. Sharfy and his attorney also challenged whether the Corps has jurisdiction to be on his property.
Imagine somebody came to your house with no warrant, no probable cause, and got a judge to say that he is allowed to come to your house where you live for as many days as they like to search and dig holes and to find something that they can bring incriminating charges against you.
The Army Corps could not comment because of ongoing litigation. Megan McRoberts, WPTV.
There's a new push to showcase African American history and culture in Florida. Facilities in the state of Florida can start applying for cultural and historical grants. Application submissions will be open until November 30th at 5 p.m. The program has a budget of $30 million. Priority will go to projects that encourage the design and construction of a new facility or the renovation of a facility in an area with cultural significance. To find out more, log on to dos.myflorida.com. A county building at Witham Field Airport could undergo a $1.4 million renovation and be transformed into a learning center for trade skills. The facility would be known as the Reach Center, which stands for Reimagining Education and Career Help, and offer classes focused on the industrial sector, said George Stokas, Assistant County Administrator. The County Commission approved the concept on Tuesday. Skills and certifications offered through the center could, for example, help fill jobs in the aviation and marine industries, according to Stokas. The building on Southeast Airport Road already is owned by the county. It would be managed primarily by Indian River State College in collaboration with CareerSource and the Martin County School District, he said. Classes would not be limited to Martin County adults and students. Renovations would be funded through a $1.4 million federal grant through the Department of Housing and Urban Development Act, according to county records. It's unclear when renovations would start. Jill Biden on Sunday returned to the South Carolina Baptist Church, where she says she began to repair her relationship with God following her son's death from brain cancer 6 years ago. The First Lady quietly flew to West Columbia, South Carolina, for a surprise appearance at the 50th anniversary celebration for Pastor Charles B. Jackson Sr. of Brookland Baptist Church. But she ended up giving one of the most extensive explanations yet of how her faith wavered after Beau Biden's death and how she found her way back to God with help from her prayer partner, Robin Jackson, the pastor's wife. Biden praised Charles Jackson for presiding over a ministry that helps feed the hungry, provides college scholarships, and runs a health and wellness program. And lastly, Cuba Gooding Jr. will go on trial in February in his New York City groping case, a judge said Monday, with prosecutors planning to portray the actor as a serial offender, and the defense contending the case is an example of the hashtag #MeToo run amok. Judge Curtis Farber set a February 1 trial date in the case, which involves allegations the Oscar-winning Jerry Maguire star violated 3 different women at 3 different Manhattan night spots in 2018 and 2019. A According to reports from CBS Sports and Yahoo Sports, FAU is one of 6 Conference USA institutions seeking membership in the American Athletic Conference, joining Charlotte, North Texas, Rice, UAB, and UTSA. FAU athletic spokesman Andy Seeley said Tuesday that the school is not at liberty to confirm anything or comment on these reports at this time. According to the reports, all 6 schools are expected to be approved, which would transform the AAC into a 14-team league. News time is 7:26. We'll have weather and traffic together next.
$7:27 right now on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather together. Bonnie, what's going on outside?
Well, Evan, on our roadways throughout Stewart right now, things are looking good. Traffic-wise, too, up in the Port St. Lucie area, all the way up to Fort Pierce, we have a smooth ride. All the major highways up to speed at the moment. And that's your latest look at traffic. It's partly cloudy in Port St. Lucie and 73, and in Manitowoc, Wisconsin this morning, a cool 52. Here's more on our weather at WPTV.
Your WPTV First Alert forecast calls for temperatures this morning in the low 70s and some upper 60s under partly cloudy skies. This afternoon, highs in the mid-80s, mostly sunny skies, low humidity, and breezy winds out of the east-northeast. Tomorrow, a copy and paste forecast, pleasant weather with highs in the mid-80s, breezy with plenty of sunshine, and a slim chance for an isolated shower. Thursday, moisture increases a little and some showers will be possible. Highs in the mid-80s with a little bit more humidity. By the end of the work week, scattered showers and storms return to the forecast, highs in the mid-80s.
I'm WPTV First Alert meteorologist Katya Hall on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
You're listening to the Get Up and Go Show with Evan and Bonnie on Martin County's Heritage Station, AM 1450 WSTU. Now let's get back to the program with Evan and Bonnie.
This is not headline news. Disney has delayed the release of Indiana Jones 5 for another year. At this rate, by the time it comes out, Harrison Ford will be older than whatever artifact he's chasing after. The star of Squid Game now has 15 million Instagram followers. But remember, a guy on TikTok who eats bananas has 50 million. Marvel delayed the release of its entire slate of movies, so fans of mysterious masked men on city streets will have to make do with Kanye. Excuse me, yay. Still getting used to that one. And today is National Chicken and Waffles Day. But now, since everything's a controversy, I'm sure next year, out of sensitivity to chickens, it will only be National Waffle Day. Enjoy it while you got it. This is not headline news.
From not headline news, we go to the stupid stuff.
And now it's time for Stupid News,
It's so stupid and awesome.
where we ask the important questions.
Are some people too stupid to live?
Why are people so stupid?
All right, so we're going to start right here in the Sunshine State, Bonnie, and stay in Florida with our first new stupid news story.
Well, all right.
This sounds like something a friend of mine would do. Not going to say any names, but the song is appropriate. A Florida woman decided to transport her full-size couch by using her convertible Mini Cooper.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's about as redneck as it gets.
I would say.
The woman was caught on camera driving her Mini Cooper convertible down the road, hauling her oversized couch
Oh, wow.
in a different and very dangerous way. The couch itself is actually bigger than the Mini Cooper.
And
now,
I bet it was a ripped up couch with all the foam and stuff falling out.
yeah, there was a
I can
video that was
imagine.
taken, and the woman can be seen holding the couch with her hand, and her other hand is on the steering wheel.
Wow. She's styling now, isn't she?
Very
I mean,
appropriate song to play for this.
That's the way she wanted to move. Next time she should rent a U-Haul, though.
That's how she rolls. Wow.
What a sight to see that must be rolling down one of our highways.
We're going to stay here in Florida. We're going to go down to Miami. This happened a couple of weeks ago. Authorities at the Miami International Airport say a man exited an emergency door and stood on the wing of the plane after it landed.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
He lived through this?
Well, it was an American Airlines flight from Colombia, and the guy, who has not been publicly identified by the police, went onto the wing before other passengers deplaned. No charges so far, but federal charges are likely coming. The man reportedly told officers he was not feeling good, and he was taken to a local hospital for treatment of high blood pressure.
So he just went out on the wing to get some air?
Yeah. All the other customers deplaned normally, and the incident didn't cause any delays in any other flights. And
Well, actually, we shouldn't laugh at this matter. Maybe there really was some sort of a medical condition, too, where he might have got a little confused.
he could have pressed the button up above
a little.
boom, and called the stewardess for help.
But we don't know what kind of condition he was in.
But you just don't
before.
go out on a plane on the wing to get fresh air.
No, you don't. But I think
not
there was
good.
something more than meets the eye.
I don't know.
To being wrong there.
I don't know. Something's not right.
Something's up.
Something's not right there. All right. So another Florida story here, boy. We're loaded with Florida stupid news this morning.
Yeah.
Hey, nothing like throwing our state under the bus. A Florida woman is behind bars for allegedly striking her boyfriend in the head with a saucepan containing Yes.
I'm hearing that little
containing freshly cooked grits.
grits.
Yes,
Then
grits.
Did the grits fall over the guy's head?
Lady's
Nice.
name is Doris Johnson, 49 years old. And the victim were arguing yesterday morning when she struck the man with a metal saucepan inside the couple's Vero Beach apartment.
Oh, up in Vero this happened.
Yes, up in Vero.
Oh, so close to home.
Contained within the pan were hot grits, which spilled on the victim, causing a burn to his left arm. The victim also required stitches for injuries to his head and face from being struck with the frying pan.
Oh.
The woman was arrested and taken to the county jail on a $5,000 bond.
Next time he'll probably go and get his grits at the Waffle House.
Probably.
That would be my choice.
You know, I haven't had grits in over a month.
Yeah?
And I could use me some good grits.
Do you like them plain, or do you get the flavored ones?
Oh, no. Well, here's the thing. I like grits and a whole lot of sugar.
Yeah.
Got to have my sugar and butter in my
butter
grits.
and the sugar. And
yeah,
a little bit of milk,
and
too?
the grits have to be made a certain way.
Oh, yeah.
And if they're not a certain way, they're just nasty.
If they're like too mushy, do you like them just
I don't like
like
them lumpy either.
Even Steven,
They got to be
no
very
lumps?
creamy.
Wow.
Very creamy. Good morning. You're on the air.
You might as well just have cream of wheat then if you're going to
Oh,
put
that's
sugar all in your bread.
dude, that's the other thing that I love. Cream of wheat is the bomb diggity on a cool Sunday morning when you wake up and it's about 40 or 50 degrees out. You eat some cream of wheat and you also put like 10 pounds of sugar in it.
Ooh.
Oh, it's so good.
Do you put any berries in there too?
I don't know. I don't. Phil, what do you put in yours?
Well, first of all, I have no joke. I just like to say bomb diggity, as you just said.
Right.
And then
bomb diggity.
I like that too.
Two, I think that's a waste of good grits, throwing a pan of grits at somebody. What's up with that, man?
I know, right?
Yeah, those
Good
grits
Lord.
aren't cheap, and prices are going up here.
Yeah, exactly. You throw away good grits like that. She should be thrown in jail just for throwing the grits.
Man.
Throwing
That's
a saucepan over his head, I think. Boy,
My
that
favorite
guy-
place to get grits is Bob Evans. They have
Bob Evans,
excellent grits.
It's been so long since I've been to a Bob Evans.
Oh, I was there when I was in Tampa. What was it? When the tropical storm, when the hurricane hit, when I was on vacation.
I think I saw a picture of you and your family sitting at a Bob Evans.
We went to Bob Evans. There was a Bob Evans across the street from the hotel, and we ate there a lot. And man, they got that honey fried chicken. Oh,
You're making me hungry.
good. Yeah.
No.
Thanks, Phil. I'm just wrapping up my diet, and you're talking about
Did you guys
Thanks.
grow up with malto meal?
Oh, I heard of that malto meal. I've heard of that.
It's
I've
very-
heard of it, never ate it.
Yeah, it's very much like grits. I don't know, maybe it's a northern thing. But ever since I was growing up in Wisconsin, Mom always had malto meal too up in the cupboard, and sort of like grits. Sort of that same texture.
Now, when I was in New York a couple of years ago, went to a restaurant for breakfast, and I asked the lady for grits, and she looks at me. She goes, "What's that?"
Oh,
Yeah.
in Texas?
No, in New York.
Oh, in New York.
Yeah, she said to
she's
me,
not cultured like we are.
No,
down
she said,
south.
"What's that?"
Oh, wow.
I'm like, "You don't know what grits is?"
Yeah.
And she goes, "No, we don't have that on our menu."
Oh my gosh.
I'm like, "Wow, that was shell shock."
Wow.
Yeah, right.
That was shell shock.
The first time I heard about grits was I think it was at a Waffle House in Tennessee. It was mountainside, like off of the beaten path, off the busy highway. You could see mountains, and the waitress said, "Would you like some grits? You like some
With that
grits
southern
with
accent?
that nice southern accent."
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
We were in a small town in Tennessee, and when I first moved down here, and we were driving I had a blue Firebird with those T-tops, So
Well,
we
you
were
like those muscle cars, don't you? Have
She's a
Mustang
huge
and a
muscle car fan.
T-Bird, yeah.
Oh yeah.
we were off in this really, really small town, like in Tennessee, off the beaten path again, and my car was loaded with stuff when we were moving, and a lady cop pulled us over. She sounded like Flo and Alice. And she came to the
Flo and Alice.
An Alice reference. Wow.
Remember Flo? She came to the front of the vehicle. My husband at the time's driving, and she's like, "What you hauling?"
What you
hauling?
When you mention muscle cars and you think of Bonnie driving all these cars down the road, this song comes to mind.
Oh boy.
I could just see Bonnie I mean, this song is perfect for you, Bonnie.
Yeah.
The T-tops are off. The wind is blowing in your hair, and you're driving that 87 Firebird with the big eagle on the hood, and you're cruising down with the Krager rims and the dually exhaust.
And making it over those mountains.
And you're singing this. Right.
Yeah.
I can see Bonnie
Either
going
that-
down the highway with that.
Either that or I can't drive 55.
Yes, that's another good one.
Remember that one that he did with Crystal Gale, Just You and Me? Eddie Rabbit with Crystal
the
Gale.
love song.
I gotta go home and play that now. That's the song I want to hear this afternoon. Now that
Really?
you just played that.
Oh
You
my
listen,
God.
Alan. Yacht Rock Radio, yes.
Yacht Rock Radio.
Oh yeah, I like that station.
Yeah, Yacht
Hey,
Rock
don't-
Radio is pretty good.
Don't knock Yacht Rock.
No.
Oh no, I like me some Yacht Rock. Don't
Yeah,
get me
Yacht
wrong.
Rock is good. Yacht Rock is good. Yacht Rock is
I love the imaging on that channel too. The guy just gets on there and goes, he goes, it's summertime, so you can undo one more button on your polo. Yacht Rock Radio, you know.
I
love it.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
All right, man. So I will get a hold of you later in regards to October 30th. I'm going to wait for Gavin to wake up, and then we'll talk later.
Oh, whatever.
All right, man.
I'm
Listen,
good.
have a great
You
day
know
at
that.
work, buddy. I'll talk
Bye,
to you
Bonnie.
All right, you have a great day, Phil.
Hugs and kisses.
soon. See you later, buddy. Bye-bye. Got one more stupid news story, and this one is also out of Florida. Seems like
It's all Florida today.
Yeah, it seems like
it should be brought to us by Tropicana.
I know,
or
exactly.
Great Florida orange juice.
all the stupid news came to us out of Florida. Let me read that. Let me read this last. Let's see if I can push this button. This phone's not working right. All right, stand by, whoever's on the phone, real quick. A woman has described how she made $1 million in the course of a year by role playing as a dog on a popular site called OnlyFans. Now, the platform allows users to share explicit videos and images to subscribers who pay rolling fees to gain access to the content. And a young lady by the name of Jenna, also known as Puppy Girl Jenna, has described how she used her interest in the fetish of puppy play to make huge amounts of money.
Wow.
Jenna explained that she started off making vanilla adult videos, but realized that this market was oversaturated. So she decided to use her hobby for puppy play to make money from more niche communities. She has racked in over 1 million followers on her OnlyFans site, and she's making thousands of dollars a week by pretending to be a puppy and having people watch her.
How many of her own paw prints did she have to put over it?
I have no idea.
Or did she use some other dog's paw prints?
But I
mean,
you know what?
That's a lot of followers.
That's a lot of followers and a lot of funky role playing.
a lot
That's
of
all I
people
gotta say.
sniffing her rear end.
Hi, good morning. You're on the air.
Good morning.
Hey, what's up there, sunshine?
Not much. I tried the McCafe roast this morning.
Oh, okay. So our coffee of the day is McCafe roast.
McCafe roast.
Yes. Tell us about McCafe roast.
It was good.
Yeah.
And even when I brewed it strong, it wasn't like the dark roast when I brew that strong.
Okay.
All right.
Does it have a dark taste like dark Folgers? Did you ever try? I love my dark Folgers lately.
No. The Panera one I have, it's a dark roast. I tried it again on Saturday without brewing it as strong, and it was still strong.
Oh.
Can Evan bring a pod of that Panera in? Do you mind if I steal or borrow one?
I can. Is there something I can make it in the morning and bring it in so it stays hot?
Oh, you know
Rachel?
what? You can have I'll wash this out before I leave, and you can take this home.
I think we lost her.
This
Rachel,
does keep
are you
it
there?
hot.
I'm here.
Oh, okay. Do we have something at the house, an extra? Yeah, we've got tons of these hot cups.
I'll send this built back home.
we
with
have
you all.
stuff. We have stuff.
Or just bring me in one pod, and I'll make it in my Keurig one morning.
I don't know if oh yeah, their pods are pods. They fit in any Keurig, right?
Yes.
Do we remind me to take a pod and bring it in tomorrow for Bonnie?
Oh, you know what? You can give it
All right.
to me when I come to your house
Yeah,
later.
I'll give it to you. Yeah, I'll show you. I'll give it to you when you come over later.
I will bring money.
Okay, you bring money. I give you a desk and I give you a pod of coffee.
Yeah.
There you go.
We'll
that works.
bring a
for
little
me.
extra for Rachel.
Yes,
her
exactly.
pot of coffee.
Exactly. So anyway, all right. So you're into work. We got to get to news. Have a marvelous day. The house gets painted today. Yay! And then the furniture gets put in on Monday, and we swim with the Dolphins on Saturday.
Yeah, you guys are having a great week.
Yeah.
A productive and a fun week.
Life is good.
Yeah.
Life is great. And the
It's
wife is
amazing.
The wife is happy, right?
I am.
That didn't sound promising.
No, that
I am.
sounded,
I'm sorry. I was in the middle of a yawn.
no, that sounded good.
She was yawning.
I was reassured with that.
She was yawning.
Yeah.
Are you reassured with that, Bonnie?
Yeah.
Okay, just
That
want to make
sounded
sure.
good to me.
Okay. Bonnie says it sounded good.
Yeah.
All right, I got to run. We got to get to news. Have a wonderful day. I love you. Talk to you later. Bye-bye. I'm glad you think it was reassuring.
No, that sounded real. One girl knows to another girl.
That's
and
true. Y'all know each other better than I know her, so I'm not going to argue with
Sounded
that.
real to me.
Not going to argue with that. That's for damn sure. Anyway, it's a 7:47 news time. All brought to you by St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. Bonnie's at the news desk with the morning headlines. Good morning, Bonnie.
Good morning, Evan. For the second time in a week, the confessed Parkland school shooter goes before a judge in Broward County today.
Nicholas Cruz is expected to plead guilty to all counts of murder and attempted murder in association with the Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High massacre back on February 14th, 2018. Legal analyst Mark Eiglar says it's all about procedure.
The judge will have to make another finding that he's alert and incompetent and that he can proceed to give up his rights.
Last Friday, Judge Elizabeth Scherer accepted Cruz's guilty plea to attacking a jail guard months after the Parkland tragedy, but did not sentence him. She has set aside 15 days to select jurors who will determine if Cruz will face the death penalty or spend the rest of his life behind bars. Erica Rodriguez, Miami.
The family of the late Mia Marquez apartment complex where she lived and worked for negligence. Their lawyer says Arden Villas gave a maintenance man the unfettered access he needed to kill Mia. Martin County educators, support staff could receive $1,000 bonuses soon. WPTV's Derek Lowe has more.
Bonus money for Martin County educators, staff members, and administrators could soon become a reality.
It's the right thing to do. You don't exclude people. You don't exclude people in a year when it was the worst year we've ever had.
School board members finalized their request to the state for more than $7 million in pandemic relief funds. If approved, more than $1.7 million could go to educators left out of the first round of bonuses back on May 26th. Exclusively for teachers and principals given by the governor.
We represent media specialists, the deans, guidance counselors, support facilitators, and reading and math coaches. I don't think I left anybody out. Apparently, they're not essential enough.
Food service workers, bus drivers, custodians, and other support staff could also receive the bonuses if approved.
We want to take care of not just one group, but all of our employees. The governor's money went to just teachers. So basically, this would be everyone else in the district, all employees that would not be that original set of teachers.
School Superintendent Dr. John Millay says other requests in the plan include protective equipment, extra computers, and summer school reimbursement.
All districts have decided to do different things.
He says the state could take up to 30 days to approve the request, and if finalized, negotiations between the district and the unions will begin right away. In Martin County, I'm Derek Lowe, WPTV. News Channel 5.
A Central Florida defense attorney who briefly represented George Zimmerman in the Trayvon Martin case is accused of witness tampering in a juvenile rape case, sheriff's officials said. Hal Uhrig, who works for the defense group, was arrested Monday on charges of solicitation to commit perjury and witness tampering, Osceola County Sheriff Marcos Lopez said during a news conference. Uhrig, who represents a man accused of raping a child when she was 9, the victim and her father, the sheriff said. The point of the meeting was to keep the rapist from going to jail, Lopez said. The attorney instructed the victim and her father that they should do 3 things. Write a declination, basically a letter to the state attorney saying the rape didn't happen. Avoid being served with a subpoena so you don't have to go to court to testify, and lie during your deposition and say the rape didn't happen, Lopez said. The victim's family told the state attorney's office about Uhrig's requests in July, and the sheriff's sex crimes unit began investigating. The girl is now a teenager, the sheriff said. Governor Ron DeSantis is encouraging cargo ships to make their way to Florida to avoid shipping issues ahead of the holiday season.
If it's because ships are sitting somewhere else and they can be rerouted here and we can get all those shelves stocked, then we want to be a part of that solution.
DeSantis says that unlike other states, Florida ports run 24 hours a day, unlike some other states. A group of 9 major companies, including Amazon, IKEA, and Unilever, on Tuesday pledged to only use ocean shippers that run on zero carbon fuel by 2040. The initiative, known as Cargo Owners for Zero Emissions Vessels, or COZEV, was organized by the nonprofit Aspen Institute, which listed Amazon, Brooks Running, Frog Bikes, IKEA, Iditex, Michelin, Patagonia, and Unilever as partners. The company said they will work to track their maritime transportation emissions, seek opportunities to expand the group of cargo owners engaged in maritime decarbonization, and unify their collective freight demand to help accelerate the transition. Amazon is planning to hire 150,000 seasonal employees in 6 states, including Florida. Officials say they hope the hiring boom will counter an expected surge in holiday demand. And lastly, travel analysts are warning Floridians to book holiday vacation plans soon. AAA is reporting that 48% of residents book their holiday trips by the end of October. The Florida Panthers are off to a hot start, 3-0, after a 4-1 victory over the Lightning at Tampa. And in the NBA, the Orlando Magic are set to tip off their season tonight in San Antonio against the Spurs. The Miami Heat will open up tomorrow night at home against the defending champion Milwaukee Bucks. News time is 7:53. We'll have weather and traffic together next.
$7:54 right now on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather together. Let's get another peek outside on the highways and byways. Here's Bonnie.
Well, the outlook is good. It's really been a quiet morning here on the roadways. So far, so good on U.S. Highway 1 and the major highways. They're all up to speed at this moment. If you see something, say something. Let us know at 220-9788, 220-WSTU. 76, it's partly cloudy in Stuart this morning, and in Tromsø, Norway, a cool 30 degrees. Here's our weather from WPTV.
Your WPTV First Alert forecast calls for temperatures this morning in the low 70s. 60s under partly cloudy skies. This afternoon, highs in the mid-80s, mostly sunny skies, low humidity, and breezy winds out of the east-northeast. Tomorrow, a copy and paste forecast, pleasant weather with highs in the mid-80s, breezy with plenty of sunshine, and a slim chance for an isolated shower. Thursday, moisture increases a little and some showers will be possible, highs in the mid-80s with a little bit more humidity. By the end of the work week, scattered showers and storms return to the forecast, highs in the mid-80s.
I'm WPTV First Alert Meteorologist Katya Hall on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
If you have a suggestion for the show, we would love to hear from you. Send us an email to WSTUmorningshow@gmail.com. Now let's get back to the Get Up and Go show. Here's Evan and Bonnie.
7:58. I don't want to go backwards. I want to go forwards. Right?
Yeah, especially since you have a fun weekend coming up.
Yeah,
don't
I know.
You?
I don't want to go backwards at all. I want to just get to Friday and get the heck out of Dodge.
It's going to go very slowly for you, Evan, because
Yeah.
you have something exciting planned.
Yeah, well, I'm swimming with Flipper, and so's the wife.
Oh, you're so fortunate.
Yeah,
I wonder
I'm
how Flipper
excited.
feels about that.
I don't know.
Wonder how it's going to feel about swimming with you guys.
I don't know. It's going to be really, because I'm kind of very leery. I'm doing this for my wife, just so you know.
Yeah.
I don't like swimming with dolphins.
Oh,
No.
I would love to do that.
I'm doing this for
sure.
her. Anyway, hey, listen, we're going to step back. News is coming up next. And then Taryn Krizda, Martin County Administrator, is going to be here right here on WSTU Stewart, Martin County's Heritage Station, and the band played on.
Coming to you live from Stuart, Florida, the greatest little town in the world. It's the award-winning, critically acclaimed Get Up and Go show on AM 1450 WSTU. You're invited to call the show anytime at 772-220-9788. And now, broadcasting live from their palatial studios, here are your hosts, Evan and Bonnie.
Oh, thank you very much, Mr. Announcer, and welcome to the, let me see, today is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. That's right, it's the Wednesday show.
Trust me, you're going to love this.
I know I'm going to love this.
Well, good morning, sunshine.
And a good morning to you.
I need some coffee before I black out.
All right, well, get your coffee. Don't black out because it's 8:08. Mr. Clock, would you certify?
It's now 8:07 a.m.
Oh, I'm sorry, 8:07 a.m. I was wrong. Mr. Clock corrected me, Bonnie. That's a first.
Yep, and Mr. Clock is a great corrector. We're glad that he's here.
Yeah, he's on point. He corrected me. I gave the wrong time. That's the first time I've ever done that.
You know that little minute, that little difference of a minute when somebody's riding to work, though, Evan.
It matters so much. And it matters so much to Taryn Krista because she could be a minute late. And if I give the wrong time, then Taryn won't be here.
Yeah, and you're right on it. If I'm a minute late, you're calling me.
That's right. I've got your 7 digits to call you.
That's right.
Got to make sure you're on time.
How y'all doing?
We're great, Bonnie. Bonnie's great. I'm great. We're all great. We all scream for ice cream.
Yeah, and 1,000 Elvis fans can't be wrong.
That's right. Why not? Where did that come from?
Good. I don't know.
It came out of left field. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, Taryn Krista has left the building. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, top of the morning to you, Taryn.
Yeah, how you doing? So we had a meeting yesterday, but we actually completed all of our business before lunchtime, and we had a good presentation on landscaping and looking at gateways for Martin County, if you will, particularly getting off I-95 onto Canner, coming into Martin County, and then you're venturing into initially the city of Stuart, and then, so forth. And we talked about, what kind of, because the Department of Transportation, it's their project. And they have a budget set aside of X amount of dollars, obviously, for landscaping. And so the question posed to the county was, do you want enhanced landscaping and are you willing to maintain it if they so chose to do that? So we had good dialogue, and we will be maintaining that road after the warranty of the project expires. But we decided to do just a little bit more landscaping, but we didn't go the full enchilada. We're just doing, we gave them a budget. It was about $250,000. We said we wanted to add. We pulled some landscaping away from some of the retention areas and said, hopefully that road, when it's done, will be, will look nice for our visitors and our residents. So that was really one of the main discussions that we had. We don't have a meeting coming up here next week. Our first meeting won't be until the month of November, if you can believe that, November 2nd.
Wow. And that's just going to be here like you born.
I know. It's just, Halloween's just a week and a half away.
11 days away. And then before you know it, we're all going to be gathered around the table eating turkey and stuffing and cranberry sauce and all the fixings.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh my.
So I know you always want to know about how our numbers are doing. So what I got yesterday from the health department is we had 13 new cases yesterday.
Okay.
And our positivity rate is down around 5% here for Martin County.
Oh, that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah. And, we're seeing those numbers go down and down and down. Our 7-day average of cases was 16, and the positivity rate for that same period of time was 4%. So we're seeing there is a decline in those numbers, which is great. I have not heard anything other than, everybody's kind of, we're great. We're glad it's happening, but at the same time, we're apprehensive. So, nobody's letting their guard down, which is great.
With that is a good thing. And Bonnie and I were just talking off air about, we haven't really heard anything about the Delta variant anymore, which is good. They seem to have gotten that under control, and we're not really hearing a lot of COVID talk that much anymore. So obviously,
Not a lot of news stories
yeah,
on
just things are
COVID-19, no.
slowly going away.
But people I see are stepping lightly. I've seen people still out in stores and stuff, young and old, wearing masks.
Yeah.
Some are and some aren't, but I've seen some still wearing the masks lately, still masking
Yeah,
up.
I think it comes down to a personal decision. You don't know. Some of those folks, I know here particularly, we had an individual who was waiting to have some elective surgery. And so they were taking those precautions, wearing the mask, just because they didn't want to somehow get impacted and have their surgery postponed.
Yeah.
We were traveling over the weekend, and it was interesting to me. Of course, the airport, and you have to wear a mask during your whole flight. But individuals, they're all still kind of clustered when it's time for you to load the plane, no matter what number you are or what your boarding number is. Everybody just kind of congregates into one little center there, and it's
Yeah.
just like I had
Can
a
of
few
sardines.
people. Yeah, I had a few people make comment, like, "Hey, you're breathing down my neck," and I was like,
Yeah.
"Whoa, these people are ultra sensitive," and
Yeah.
rightfully so. I
Yeah.
think it's just, again, as we've talked about, it's given us a heightened sense of awareness.
It
Quite
is.
frankly.
It really is. I'm that way too. I've let my guard down a little bit, but I want to say like a year ago, like if I went to the grocery store and you were like right on my backside
Yeah,
in
in my back
line,
pocket.
like in my back pocket, I would politely turn around and say, "Excuse me, can you please respect my space and back up just a little bit for me?" And when I said that to people, they kind of got offended.
Yeah.
And and this was like a year ago though.
And you know what I've seen too, like with my bank, it varies from location to location. With okay, the name of my bank I won't mention, but they're both in Martin County. So I go to one location where they don't expect me to wear a mask. But the other location, they'll hand you a mask at the door if you don't have one.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
And it's the
But
same branch.
Same branch.
Okay.
But I think now I want to go further to say that in the one where they were asking you to wear the mask, the last time I did go in, which was just yesterday or the day before yesterday, there were people in there now, customers not wearing the mask. So maybe that's lifted to
So
there.
they've lifted it, yeah.
Yeah, and it could be branch specific, could have because of somebody could just be coming over COVID, or you never really
Yeah, you
know.
just don't know. You don't.
No.
Everybody has their own personal
Yeah.
situation. That we did do was we opened our first reverse 9 golf course here in the state of Florida.
Reverse 9. So that means you play the course backwards?
One day you play it one way, and the next day they play it the other way.
So in other words, are we talking just 9 holes or
9
full
holes.
18 holes? Okay. So you play
Out and
holes.
back.
Okay, so you play holes 1 through 9 one day, and then the second day you start at the 9th hole and work your way back to the first hole.
Well, you can play 1 through 9 and then 9 through 1, I think, the way that they have it configured, if you wanted to. But then the next day you start at the other and you come back the other way. So
Oh wow.
the way that they have it set up, and we've got this really top tracer, it's called. Range has got this top tracer. It's a digital, so there's these pads on the hole, and when you use at the driving range, you can put yourself into an app, and you hit the ball, and it tells you where it landed, how far you hit it, how close you were to the pin. It gives you all this kind of information, so you can go out there and you can play. You can just do driving range, or you can play. We hope in the beginning of next year to have the clubhouse fully operational, and then the hitting bays. So we've got 2 stories of hitting bays. So there'll be 20 bays total that will hit out into this same area where the driving range is hitting.
There's
And
a
so-
place like that down in
Yes.
in West Palm by the airport called Drive Shack.
Right.
They have that technology. I actually went there. It is the coolest thing where when you hit the golf ball, it shows you the trajectory, the distance, the height, where it lands.
Where it lands
I
in
mean,
case you
the
can't find
spin
it.
rate. I mean, it tells you everything.
I would want to know where it lands because
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd have the patience to golf, going out to find that golf ball every
Yeah.
time I hit it.
It's
down
really
the
cool.
range.
It's very, very cool.
That sounds
Yeah.
cool.
So I think if anybody's interested, we are giving discounts for Martin County residents particularly, but
Okay.
the rates seem fairly reasonable, I would say. They're pretty much where we were back in 2019 as far as what they're
Rates available?
I was just looking on their website. No,
Okay.
it's like $18. It's
Okay.
not.
It's still not. It's very reasonable.
Yeah, I mean it's very, very, very reasonable.
Mhm.
And you can go right on. Here's the rates. You can go right on their website and book a tea time. So for the morning, it's $20 for a Martin County resident. For non-residents, $25. In the afternoon, it goes to $17.60 for Martin County and $22 for non-resident. And then after 5 p.m., it goes down to $12 for Martin County and then to $15 for a non-resident. Now, if you're walking after 12 p.m., it goes down to less than $15
Oh, wow.
for Martin County resident.
That's expensive.
Yeah, sailfish 18 for the morning is $30.40, 38
Okay.
for a non-resident, and in the afternoon it's $28 or 35.
All right.
Yeah,
Very
I mean
good.
they're very, very reasonable. You just, and our golf carts all have new technology on them as well, GPS. So we're able to monitor if somebody's kind of lackadaisical,
Yeah,
playing
it's kind of chugging along
golf.
there.
We can go out there and kind of,
All right.
you got people behind you. Let's go, chop, chop.
Hey, they figured out how to put a keg of beer on the cart with a little spout as well and throw that bad boy on ice.
That may
That'd be
slow
the
'em
next
down.
thing. Yeah, exactly.
But
Exactly.
the driving range is very reasonable too. It's like less than $11 for a small
Wow.
bucket of balls,
And you get that new technology, right?
and you get all that new stuff. Yeah, you just
Wow.
load the app on your phone.
Very cool. Very, very cool. Taryn, we always love having you on. It's always a pleasure. It's Martin County Administrator Taryn Krizda. She gives us a lot of great insight into all things pertaining to Martin County. Taryn, we got to get you back in here. Come visit
I
us
need to
one
stop
week.
in. I
Yes.
got to get myself up early enough in the morning that I have time to do that.
Yes, yes. And you can stop and pick up yourself a cup of coffee and a donut, and you'll be all good to go.
Yep.
All right, kiddo. Thanks a lot. We really,
Thanks.
really appreciate it. You
Have
have
a
a
great day.
fantabulous day. Bye-bye now. It's time for the Precious Metals Report. It's all brought to you by St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. Gold this morning opening up at $1,784.20 an ounce. Silver opening up at $24.04 an ounce. That's the Precious Metals Report. And it's all brought to you by St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. $8:21 right now on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's the Wednesday morning edition. It's time for news. So let's go to the news desk. Bonnie is standing by with the morning headlines. Good morning, Bonnie.
Good morning, Evan. Martin County educators, support staff could receive $1,000 bonuses soon. Here's WPTV's Derek Lowe with more.
Bonus money for Martin County educators, staff members, and administrators could soon become a reality.
It's the right thing to do. You don't exclude people. You don't exclude people in a year when it was the worst year we've ever had.
On Tuesday, school board members finalized their request to the state for more than $7 million in pandemic relief funds. If approved, more than $1.7 million could go to of the first round of bonuses back on May 26th, exclusively for teachers and principals given by the governor.
We represent media specialists, the deans, guidance counselors, support facilitators, and reading and math coaches. I don't think I left anybody out. Apparently, they're not essential enough.
Food service workers, bus drivers, custodians, and other support staff could also receive the bonuses if approved.
We want to take care of not just one group, but all of our employees. The governor's money went to just teachers. So basically, this would be everyone else in the district, all employees that would not be that original set of teachers.
School Superintendent Dr. John Millay says other requests in the plan include protective equipment, extra computers, and summer school reimbursement.
All districts have decided to do different things.
He says the state could take up to 30 days to approve the request, and if finalized, negotiations between the district and the unions will begin right away. In Martin County, I'm Derek Lowe, WPTV, News Channel 5.
A local organic farm in Martin County is under investigation by the Army Corps of Engineers over claims that activity at the farm disturbed wetlands and contaminated federal waterways. WPTV's Megan McRoberts has the story.
On a 30-acre Palm City property, owner Ben Sharfy has brought a passion project to life.
That would provide clean, quality food and animals that needed home and created this beautiful creation.
More than 70 species of animals live here and graze here in the mix of an organic food farm.
There's absolutely zero chemical.
But the Army Corps this week is also on site, spending hours over 5 days looking into an anonymous complaint that work done around wetlands on the property violated federal laws. But Sharfy and his attorney say they're here with nothing supporting that allegation.
I don't know what they're doing here, short of it's a witch hunt.
The piece of the property in question is about 3 acres of wetlands behind me, which the Army Corps of Engineers says violates the Clean Water Act, claiming that the owner here modified the wetlands in a way that would potentially contaminate a federal waterway, Bessie Creek, nearby. In a complaint, the Army Corps attaching pictures of heavy machinery doing work which they say disturbed the wetlands. But Sharfy says the work was done to remove harmful invasive plants or plant more native trees, and that the wetlands were not disturbed. Martin County and the South Florida Water Management District have supported his efforts here.
We planted over 2,000 trees for shade, and we did a lot of beautiful, wonderful things for the nature.
But the complaint claims work here might have contaminated Bessie Creek, though it's several miles away, then flows into the C-23 canal to the St. Lucie River. Sharfy and his attorney also challenged whether the Corps has jurisdiction to be on his property.
Imagine with no warrant, no probable cause, and got a judge to say that he's allowed to come to your house where you live for as many days as they like to search and dig holes and to find something that they can bring incriminating charges against you.
The Army Corps could not comment because of ongoing litigation. Megan McRoberts, WPTV.
A county building at Witham Field Airport could undergo a $1.4 million renovation and be transformed into a learning center for trade skills. The facility would be known as the Reach Center and offer classes focused on the industrial sector, said George Stokas, Assistant County Administrator. The County Commission approved the concept on Tuesday. Skills and certifications offered through the center could, for example, help fill jobs in the aviation and marine industries, according to Stokas. Renovations would be funded through a $1.4 million federal grant through the Department of Housing and Urban Development under the CARES Act, according to county records. It's unclear when renovations would start. A new push to showcase African American history and culture in Florida. Facilities in the state of Florida can start applying for cultural and historical grants. Application submissions will be open until November 30th at 5 p.m. The program has a budget of $30 million. Priority will go to projects that encourage the design and construction of a new facility or the renovation of a facility in an area with cultural significance. To find out more, log on to dos.myflorida.com. Amazon is planning to hire 150,000 seasonal employees, including Florida. Officials say they hope the hiring boom will counter an expected surge in holiday demand. Lastly, Taco Bell handing out free toasted breakfast burritos tomorrow morning from 7 to 11 a.m. at Taco Bell's nationwide. You don't have to order anything else to get one, but you do have to show up in person. They're not doing deliveries. The Houston Astros exploded with 7 runs in the top of the ninth to defeat the Boston Red Sox 9-2 in Game 4 of the ALCS. The series is all tied up 2 games apiece, and that exciting game number 5 is tomorrow in Boston at 5:05 p.m. The Los Angeles Dodgers, too, beat the Atlanta Braves in Game 3 of the NLCS. The Braves lead that series 2-1. News time is 8:28 with weather and traffic together next.
$8:29 right now, the time on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather together. Bonnie, how's it looking outside?
We're not finding any accidents during this early morning. We're finding US 1 to be looking great out there. The major highways, too, they're all up to speed. And so far, so good. If you see something, say something. Call us at 220-9788, 220-WSTU. Partly cloudy, too, at 76 here in Stewart, and it's 73 degrees in Port St. Lucie. More on the forecast from WPTV.
Your WPTV First Alert forecast calls for temperatures this morning in the low 70s and some upper 60s under partly cloudy skies. This afternoon, highs in the mid 80s, mostly sunny skies, low humidity, and breezy winds out of the east-northeast. Tomorrow, a copy and paste forecast, pleasant weather with highs in the mid 80s, breezy with plenty of sunshine, and a slim chance for an isolated shower. Thursday, moisture increases a little and some showers will be possible. Highs in the mid 80s with a little bit more humidity. By the end of the work week, scattered showers and storms return to the forecast, highs in the mid 80s.
I'm WPTV First Alert meteorologist Katya Hall on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
If you have a suggestion for the show, we would love to hear from you. Send us an email to WSTUmorningshow@gmail.com. Now let's get back to the Get Up and Go show. Here's Evan and Bonnie.
8:33, the time on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. And without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and space cadets, time for the space report, and without any hesitation at all, here he is with his all-new official ranking, Captain Randy Siegel. Good morning, sir.
Why, thank you for that ranking.
Well, you know, all these years you've just been Randy Siegel, and I figure it's very fitting that we officially make you Captain Randy Siegel, since you do pilot the SS WSTU Starship Enterprise.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
We'll send your stripes right over.
Okay.
Just have to go on eBay and buy them.
Oh, well. Figures.
All right, take it away.
In 1970, the then Soviet Union launched its Zod-8 spacecraft. That was an uncrewed version of a manned spacecraft that would do a circumlunar flight for the then Soviet Union. And unfortunately for them, that even though it did go past the moon and come back to Earth, they had problems directing it. And as a result, instead of landing in Russia, it went over the North Pole and landed in the Indian Ocean. So the mission was not a full success. In 1995, we had the launching of the space shuttle STS Mission 73. This was a microgravity mission, and it was designed specifically to understand how different experiments work in microgravity. You may recall that with the space shuttle, it has a large cargo bay, and they're able to put different modules into that, including the science module, and boy, was it a success. The astronauts on board the International Space Station continue to do maintenance on their vehicle, as well as getting ready for some exciting times coming up. Flight engineers Megan MacArthur and Aki Hoshide spent time working on their oxygen generating system, cleaning out contaminants and making sure that there'll be no problems with that generator. There are two different oxygen generators on board, in the American segment and in the Russian segment. We also know that two cosmonauts on board, Peter Dubrov and Anton Sheplerev, are getting ready for tonight's Progress relocation. They intend to relocate the Progress vehicle from the Zod module using a teleoperator and then redocking that module to the Nokia module. This will take place just after midnight time on Friday. So tomorrow night is when they will start getting more information on this particular vehicle. We now have a launch date for the next crewed mission to the International Space Station. NASA has now officially announced that they're targeting 2:21 a.m. on October 31st for the mission. It's a one-day slip for this to fly. NASA astronauts Raja Shari, Thomas Marshburn, Caleb Barron, and European Space Agency astronaut Matthias Moore are scheduled to fly to the International Space Station. They're already in their quarantine period, and they're looking forward to getting up there and starting their particular mission. Oleg Novitsky, Klim Shapenko, and Yulia Parasild were talking about the time they spent on board the International Space Station now that they are back home. They're recalling how difficult it was getting ready and how it only helped them when they got into space. They also noted that it's quite difficult to do a film such as the movie which they did, Challenge, in space. There are so many moving parts and so many different things that have to go right and be done that it does create problems for the current crew that is up in space. So they're well aware that this toll had taken. So I don't think we're going to be seeing a whole lot of movies being made on board the International Space Station in the future. Although Tom Cruise still may go up next year and do a movie on board that station. Japanese fashion magnate Yazuki Meziawa continues to train in Russia to fly to the International Space Station. His space tourist visit is scheduled to start on a 12-day mission on December the 8th, where he should fly with his assistant, Yozo Hirano. They'll fly with astronaut Alexander Mazurkin to the station. Everything is going well during their training, and they continue to do a lot to prepare for their mission. The competition is heating up right now for different astronauts and different companies to start flying people into space. Space Adventures still continues to want to fly tourists into space. This whole venture of flying tourists into space all the way back in 1998, when they had the first space tourist, Dennis Tito, go to the station. Since then, they've also had the likes of Cirque du Soleil's Gay de Liberté flying into space. SpaceX has had discussions on its first orbital spaceship that will fly. Currently, it appears that that vehicle will not make its first actual flight until possibly next week, and it will not go into orbit until around March of next year. They continue to have problems with the vehicle and getting it pressurized and testing it. So SpaceX does not want to make another major problem for themselves. Therefore, they're going to fully test this vehicle. Pre-burner testing has already taken place on Vehicle 20, and Vehicle 20 is the one that they hope to use to get them back into space. The Senate appropriators want NASA to select a second company program to develop crewed lunar landers. However, they provided the agency with only a small increase in funds. The bill, which is connected with the Commerce and Science portion, funds NASA. The bill offers $24.83 billion for NASA overall, which is slightly above the administration's request for $24.8 billion, but less than the $25.4 billion that the House for NASA. Therefore, there will be a committee between the Senate and the House to determine exactly how much NASA will get in next year's full appropriation, even though the appropriation bill started on October the 1st. China has successfully launched a half-ton vehicle using a Long March 2D rocket into space. Tested out on that launch that took place. Grid fins. They don't want to use the grid fins to help land the vehicle. They want to use the grid fins to help move their vehicle away from populated areas as it falls to Earth. Currently, when China launched satellites, all they did was allow their first stage to land wherever it was going to land. And as a result, it did create problems for China. Cosmic particles have temporarily disabled NASA and European Space Agency Integral spacecraft. The Integral spacecraft is a space laboratory launched in 2002, and it works in the hard X-ray and gamma ray range. The vehicle went into safe mode when one of its 3 reaction wheels, which are used to precisely point the telescope, failed to operate. Excuse me. The hope is that they'll be able to correct that problem as the solar flares die down. Meanwhile, NASA has unpacked Kourou, French Guiana, the James Webb Space Telescope. That telescope will finally make it into space. It is way, way, way over budget. Launch is now scheduled for December 18th on a European Ariane 5 rocket. And if everything works, it should be a quite spectacular launch as well as mission. It now seems that Russia's recently launched Cosmos 2551 spy satellite was a failure. It never adjusted its orbit, and as a result is expected to re-enter the Earth's atmosphere sometime today. Tomorrow we're going to tell you about Boeing still having problems and Rocket Labs recovering its rocket. So until tomorrow, have a great day, everybody.
That's Randy Siegel with the Space Report. He's on the program. Well, let me rephrase that. It's Captain Randy Siegel. He's on the program each and every weekday at this time, giving you the latest and greatest, all things pertaining to NASA. 8:44 the time right now on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for news brought to you by St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. For any type of precious metals you're looking for, whether it's gold, silver, whatever it is, go see Hawk Levy at St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. Bonnie standing by with the morning headlines. Good morning, Bonnie.
Good morning to you, Evan. For the second time in a week, the confessed Parkland school shooter goes before a judge in Broward County today.
Nicholas Cruz is expected to plead guilty to all counts of murder and attempted murder in association with the Marjory Stoneman Douglas High massacre back on February 14th, 2018. Legal analyst Mark Eiglar says it's all about procedure.
The judge will have to make another finding that he's alert and incompetent and that he can proceed to give up his rights.
Last Friday, Judge Elizabeth Scherer accepted Cruz's guilty plea to attacking a jail guard months after the Parkland tragedy, but did not sentence him. She has set aside 15 days to select jurors who will determine if Cruz will face the death penalty or spend the rest of his life behind bars. Erica Rodriguez, Miami.
Martin County educators, support staff could receive $1,000 bonuses soon. WPTV's Derek Lowe has more.
Bonus money for Martin County educators, staff members, and administrators could soon become a reality.
It's the right thing to do. You don't exclude people. You don't exclude people in a year when it was the worst year we've ever had.
On Tuesday, school board members finalized their request to the state for more than $7 million in pandemic relief funds. If approved, more than $1.7 million could go to educators left out of the first round of bonuses back on May 26th, exclusively for teachers and principals given by the governor.
We represent media specialists, the deans, guidance counselors, support facilitators, and reading and math coaches. I don't think I left anybody out. Apparently, they're not essential enough.
Food service workers, bus drivers, custodians, and other support staff could also receive the bonuses if approved.
We want to take care of not just one group, but all of our employees. The governor's money went to just teachers. So basically, this would be everyone else in the district, all employees that would not be that original set of teachers.
School Superintendent Dr. John Millay says other requests in the plan include protective equipment, extra computers, and summer school reimbursement.
All districts have decided to do different things.
He says the state could take up to 30 days to approve the request, and if finalized, negotiations between the district and the unions will begin right away. In Martin County, I'm Derek Lowe, WPTV, News Channel 5.
Governor Ron DeSantis is encouraging cargo ships to make their way to Florida to avoid shipping issues ahead of the holiday season.
If it's because ships are sitting off the coast somewhere else and they can be rerouted here and we can get all those shelves stocked, then we want to be a part of that solution.
DeSantis says that, unlike other states, Florida ports run 24 hours a day, unlike some other states. Jill Biden on Sunday returned to the South Carolina Baptist Church, where she says she began to repair her relationship with God following her son's death from brain cancer 6 years ago. The First Lady quietly flew to West Columbia, South Carolina, for a surprise appearance at the 50th anniversary celebration for Pastor Charles B. Jackson Sr. of Brooklyn Baptist Church. But she ended up giving one of the most extensive explanations yet of how her faith wavered after Beau Biden. She found her way back to God with help from her prayer partner, Robin Jackson, the pastor's wife. Biden praised Charles Jackson for presiding over a ministry that helps feed the hungry, provides college scholarships, and runs a health and wellness program. Amazon is planning to hire 150,000 seasonal employees in 6 states, including Florida. Officials say they hope the hiring boom will counter an expected surge in holiday demand. Travel analysts are warning Floridians to book holiday vacation plans soon. AAA is reporting that 48% of residents book their holiday trips by the end of October. And lastly, Sour Patch Kids popcorn? Sound good to you? It's now a thing that exists. Walmart is getting it first, and you'll eventually be able to buy it at other stores too. It's made by the brand Candy Pop, which already makes versions like Chips Ahoy, M&M's, Oreos, Twix, Snickers, and Butterfingers. The main difference here, it's gummy candy, and they're not just infusing the popcorn so it tastes like Sour Patch Kids. It's actually got little pieces of gummy candy stuck to every kernel. They're also sprinkled with a sour sugar concoction. Something more to pull out more fillings, yes? Aaron Boone, who has led the New York Yankees to the postseason in each of his 4 seasons in the Bronx, will return as manager on a new 3-year deal with a club option for 2025. That was announced yesterday. With his previous contract set to expire at the end of the World Series, Boone's job security came under scrutiny after the Yankees' third-place finish in the AL East and lost to the rival Boston Red Sox in the AL wildcard game. News time is 8:50. We'll have weather and traffic together coming up.
$8:51 right now on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for a final look at traffic outside on the highways and byways. Here's Bonnie.
Well, Evan, we're not finding any accidents to report for now. It's truly been a quiet morning, and yes, it's remaining that way. So that's a good thing. If you're heading out, you should find that traffic will be fine. No accidents to report. And that's your latest look at traffic. We've warmed up to 79 degrees in Palm City, and it's partly cloudy, and 78 in Jensen Beach. Here's more on the forecast at WPTV.
Your WPTV First Alert forecast calls for temperatures this morning in the low 70s and some upper 60s under partly cloudy skies. This afternoon, highs in the mid-80s, mostly sunny skies, low humidity, and breezy winds out of the east-northeast. Tomorrow, a copy and paste forecast. Pleasant weather with highs in the mid-80s, breezy with plenty of sunshine, and a slim chance for an isolated shower. Thursday, moisture increases a little and some showers will be possible. Highs in the mid-80s with a little bit more humidity. By the end of the work week, scattered showers and storms return to the forecast, highs in the mid-80s.
I'm WPTV First Alert Meteorologist Katya Hall on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
If you have a suggestion for the show, we would love to hear from you. Send us an email to WSTUmorningshow@gmail.com. Now let's get back to the Get Up and Go show. Here's Evan and Bonnie.
Lois Griffin, Jane Mays, Richie was on Happy Days, Little Mermaid, Tori Amos, Anastasio, Molly Ringwald, Sexes, Nixon, Ellie Kemper, Deborah Messing, Kathy Griffin, Juliana Moore. Redheads that we admire, like a fire burning and our heads are turning. Bryce Howard, Marcia Cross, Conan's hair is the boss. Reba's red on her head, Emma Stone, Sheeran Ed, Carol Burnett, Chastain, Lucy was the real queen. These are Carrot Tops and Gingers, redheads we have all seen. Redheads that we admire, like a fire burning.
That's called Redheads That We Admire, a parody off of Billy Joel.
Yeah,
there, Bonnie.
off of his "We Didn't Start the Fire," right?
Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
Yeah, that was Fiery Bright with Me, and all of those redheads for sure. I quite admire
Yeah,
each and every one that they've mentioned.
Definitely, definitely so, as they say for shizzle, right? For shizzle.
Yeah.
For shizzle. I call it for shizzle, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, man, I just, it's hump day. It's Wednesday. I got 2 more days, and man, I'm excited about swimming with the dolphins.
Yes.
But then again, I'm a little leery.
Because, well, when you consider a dolphin, I'm sure you got to be calm in the water. I wonder if they give you a little bit of training how to, not stimulate the dolphin where the dolphin might flip you off or something.
Well, here's the thing. You have to shower before you swim with the dolphin.
Do you?
Number one.
You got to be nice and clean.
Got to take a shower. You have to put on this lotion all over your body, and they give you a wetsuit, or you can wear your swimsuit, and they give you a life jacket to wear.
Yeah, I'm sure they wouldn't want any oils or chemicals coming off of your skin to hurt the dolphin.
No, not at all. Good morning. You're on the radio.
Meow. Meow.
Oh, wow.
Meow.
Oh, the cat.
Wow.
The cat's here.
We haven't heard from a Big Kitty in a while.
Yeah, we thought we were done with Big Kitty.
I don't think Big Kitty would want to swim with a dolphin.
No, Big Kitty wouldn't want to swim with a dolphin.
I don't think Big Kitty would want to swim, period.
No. No, I need to find out who this Big Kitty person is that's been pretending to be a cat, because honestly, I
all
don't
this time,
know.
yeah, we're not sure who the humanoid
Yeah,
is.
the humanoid
behind this feline.
So the cat makes noises and sounds and things like that. Jeez. All right. Well,
Okay. Calls to complain once in a while. Hasn't gotten the litter box changed, or the owner's not feeding him properly. Not the proper thing.
No, not at all.
Not that real food diet.
No. I'm going to let the cat go, though.
All right.
Yeah, I'm going to let the cat go. Bye, kitty. All right. So the cat's gone now. Anyway, back to where we were. Yeah, swimming with the dolphins. They give you this. Oh God, I feel like I want to sneeze. It's like you ever. It's like, oh, excuse me.
You.
I went that way with it too. I didn't go your
Bless
way.
You.
But it's they make you put on this this lotion that is like non-toxic. It doesn't hurt the animals.
Yeah.
And you have to shower before you go in there as well. And you wear either a wetsuit or you wear a swimsuit, and you wear a life jacket. No jewelry, no hat, no nothing.
No,
Can't even wear and if you wear a wedding ring,
choke.
they have to tape the wedding ring up so it doesn't shine and it doesn't, attract the dolphin.
Yeah, because the dolphin, maybe from the shiny jewelry, I wonder if it would get aggressive and like go.
It might
after
bite.
you.
Yeah, that's one of the things. Yeah, a lot of rules you got to follow.
I'm sure.
So anyway, I'm looking forward to that, and I'll make sure and take pictures.
I'm jealous. I would love to.
Well,
swim
you
with
and
a
Gary can
dolphin.
go swim with the dolphins if you want. Discovery Cove.
Yeah.
Up in Orlando.
Is that part of SeaWorld?
Yeah, it's all part of SeaWorld.
Is.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Anyway, that's a wrap for us, folks. If you have good values on the inside, you won't look for validation on the outside.
And take care, and we'll catch you tomorrow morning for sure.
Bonnie, I'll see you in a few hours in my bedroom. Just show you the walls that were freshly painted.
Yeah,
Evan's
been selling me a desk.
Yes, she's taking a desk off my hands. Anyway, folks, hey, listen, God bless each and every one of you, and we really sincerely mean that. Make it a great day, and we'll see you in about 21 hours right here at WSTU Stewart, Martin County's Heritage Station.